It's time to start the only way we know how, with the warm-up. Brought to you from our friends at Brick and Barrel. With a wonderful family atmosphere, Brick and Barrel has a beautiful beer garden and is just the place to take in a game or celebrate after. Brick and Barrel, 155 Joyner Parkway in Lincoln. The way you warm up is the way you perform. So to be the best, you gotta warm up with the best. So warm up with us as we sit down with a member of the Potters coaching staff to talk all things Potters. It's time to get loose and warm up right here on Stone's Radio Networks.
Welcome in. Friday, a very special night on the warm-up because we get to talk to Potters manager John Peters. JP, how are you, man?
Oh, phenomenal. Another Friday night out here.
Another Friday night out here, another great crowd. The attendance has been amazing.
It's
the first
been unreal.
Games.
You know what I mean? I heard they thought Phantom was back again, and then it's just drawing all kinds of crowds out.
The rumors are out there, and they're
that and the
all.
Leatherby's helmets, I think, are a big
I
hit.
just noticed those 2 games ago. I forgot we still had those.
Yeah.
Ice cream never looked better than it when it's in a Leatherby's helmet.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know you've been in the dugout for 5 years. You've done all this stuff, but this is your first week as the manager.
Yeah.
So any settling in feeling or anything like that?
No, it's I think everybody's kind of settling in a little bit, right? But it's just go out, play baseball, and have a little bit of fun. We're doing a good job of that.
I was talking to Brock Raggis before the game and talked to him about positives. He said there's a lot of positives this week, and I think I see some of them. I'm wondering what you're seeing as some positives.
We've got some pretty good arms, right? Got some really good kids, so it's been fun with the kids portion. A lot of these guys are still helping us out. We've got a ton of guys playing the regionals, and we're going to get substantially better here pretty quick. And, just can't thank these guys enough for coming out and giving us everything they got, right?
Yeah.
And keeping us in games. I mean, that's all I can ask for. Every game we've had the tying winning run on base, and that's all we can ask for.
Absolutely. You mentioned a couple of things I wanted to ask you, so we'll go with the guys. I was particularly impressed by the Sac City kids that you got out here. I mean, JT Maloney and Aiden and Levi and those guys really coming out and really giving you guys a boost. Are those guys all just here for a little bit, or any chance any of them stays around?
No, they're just here temp contracts. So most of them, know they're hanging out till the end of the weekend, and hopefully we get a couple guys in that'll fill their spots. Yeah.
So you play community college ball, which I know is great, but you come out here, you get to play before 12, 13, 1,400 people. It's got to be kind of a thrill.
It's got to be awesome. When they first came in, I told them, I was like, hey man, it's going to be some of the funnest baseball you're going to have. Just with the fans, the community, just the engagement is super awesome, and it's so awesome to see the crowds. I think we've been selling out.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so it's awesome.
And last night, kind of an ugly game in many different ways. I don't really want to ever live it over again.
No,
but
it's good. We walked out.
It was ugly at the end, but when the final run was scored, the Potters celebrated like Potters have for years. We got the win. We're going to celebrate.
That is it. You know what I mean? It was a very uneventful game,
Okay.
And then
that's a nice way to put
one
it.
inning, it was like, oh, here we go, and they did a good job. Again, they found a way. They fought, took advantage of the other guy's mistakes, and then ended up walking away with the win, and that's all you can ask for.
And finally, a couple of pitchers. You mentioned the pitching. Tyler Stewart, Anthony Perez, Peyton Stumbo, 3 guys who really come out, and they look like they're in midseason form already.
100%. We've got a couple more that'll be running out tonight that coming off an injury that are ready to throw, or guys that just shut down a little bit now getting ramped up, ready to go. So you're gonna start seeing that pretty heavily now.
Sounds great. Well, we've got a great 3-game series against the Menlo Park Legends. JP, thanks for joining us. As always, continued success. Good luck tonight. We'll talk to you next time. We'll have more pregame right after this on the Stones Radio Networks. Thanks, JP.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadium. 33 action-packed home games loaded with fun for the whole family. Local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Loomis Basin Brewing Company, a proud sponsor of your Lincoln Potters. Visit them at 3277 Swetzer Road in Loomis, or call 916-259-2739.
Have you ever wondered, what is CMN? I thought so. Let me help. CMN stands for Children's Miracle Network, a non-profit organization that raises money for children's hospitals. Locally, UC Davis Children's Hospital is your CMN hospital, the only one in our area. It is a nationally ranked comprehensive children's hospital that provides the highest quality of care to pediatric patients like me. How is this level of care possible? With help from CMN donations. CMN teamed with corporate partners and community donors to fundraise for things like equipment, research, and patient care. All money raised locally during campaigns like this stays local to support children treated at UC Davis Children's Hospital. Sick and injured kids can't wait to get the care they need. And thanks to generous donors, partners, and fundraisers like you, we don't have to. Please give wherever you see the Miracle Balloon, and thank you for supporting CMN at UC Davis.
Here's a quick look back at Potter seasons past.
Of his newfangled electronics. 0-2, here's the pitch. Another breaking ball. That's hit well to left field. Going back, forget about it. Nolan McCarthy has cleared the wall, and the Potters lead 3-0. McCarthy's third home run of the season, 16 runs batted in for Nolan now, and he just got a breaking ball that was hung up by Shu, and he did not miss it. The backstop gets him on the field somehow. 2-2 pitches hit a ton to right field. If it stays fair, it's out of here. It is gone. He got all of that one down the right field line. Chase Stanky, home run number 2. Chase got one on the end. It's not official. High in the air, left field, and hit really, really well. Going back, and forget about it. Matthew Lee, home run. Potters lead 4-0. Talk about showcase that. A 2-run blast to left field by Matthew Lee, his first of the summer. And Andrew Stapleton, the right-hander, stretches, looks over at third at Furry, who's just goofing around. Swung on, hit well to left center field. On his horse is Kenny DeSalle, still going after it, and it is out of here. It's a home run for J.T. Walden. Kenny DeSalle kept running after. We're trying to track it, and went out of here in left center field. J.T. Walden, home run number 5, and the Potters now lead. But yeah, Willie Preston, you know Willie over there, the best in the business.
I do know Willie.
That ball's
Hi,
hit
Willie.
deep to right field.
Another one.
Everybody's looking at it because it is gone.
It is out of here.
There you go. You should have called it.
There
Why
you
didn't
go.
I call it?
Well, we had time. That was
Trevor
beautiful.
Tashenko with his second home run of the summer, his second run bat into the day. And I don't know what it is, Miss Christina Warner, but the
They
bats
are
are going
on fire
nuts.
right
They
now.
are going nuts. And I don't think it's Spider-Man. I think it's you.
I think it is me.
I think it is you.
Yeah.
Breaking ball is hit high in the air to center
Oh,
field.
he's
and
back,
it's
back,
hit
back,
deep.
back, back.
Dussel goes all the
right
way
there.
back, and
It is out of here.
and forget about it. Nolan McCarthy
Gone.
over the top of the batter's eye in center field. That is an impressive
That
home run.
was a home run.
Called perfectly by Christina Werner of Fox 40.
Out of here. That was a
Coming up, Potters Baseball on Stones Radio Networks.
It begins on the farm, where hard work breeds motivation. Care is taken under watchful eyes.
Loomis Basin Brewing Company, a proud sponsor of your Lincoln.
It begins on the farm, where hard work breeds motivation. Care is taken under watch. It begins on the farm, where hard work breeds motivation. Care is taken under watchful eyes. With new growth comes inspiration, where playtime is mandatory. Welcome to Dueling Dogs Brewing Company.
Gaspar's going back, still going back, still going back. He reaches up, and that one is out of here. A 2-run home run for Brandon Motherall. Line drive, center field, hit very well. Barnes goes back, still going back. He's not going to get it. It's down. 1 run scores. Here comes Roselle around third. They're going to send him as well. The throw's coming in. Cut off. It's a 2-run triple for Zach Chamiso. Breaking ball is hit well to left field. It is gone. A home run by Clayton Coates, and he really turned on that one. That ball is way out of here. I mean, way out of here. A home run for Trey Fleury, number 2. And I think Trey has made a statement, and that statement is, I want to be the post-game guest on the Lincoln Potters broadcast on the Stones Radio Network. That ball's hit high. It is hit far. It is gone. A 3-run home run by J.T. Walden. High fly ball. That's well hit to left field. Brum goes back, still going back, reaches up. That ball is out of here. Brennan Roselle, the Fighting Zebra alum, pounds one to left field. The Potters lead this one 12-3, and somehow he's got the flag too.
Potters fans, Potter up.
Hello and welcome to McBean Stadium in Lincoln, California for another exciting night of Lincoln Potters baseball. I am Mark the Phantom Lowe alongside my partner, the great Stones McCoy. And tonight we bring you the first of a 3-game weekend series against the visiting Menlo Park Legends. The Legends are 2-0 on the season. They look for their 3rd straight win against a Potter team that pulled victory from the jaws of defeat last night when they scored 3 times in the bottom of the 9th to edge the Sacramento Yankees 5-4 and split their 2-game series. Zach Chamiso makes his return to Lincoln, a good one, as he had 2 RBI, including the walk-off walk that sealed the deal. It's 90s night at McBean. So we only want to be with you as the home team looks to even their season record at 3-3. Of course, you ought to know that we'll have all the action starting with the lineups and first pitch right after this short break on the Stones Radio Networks.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Well, hello, everybody, and good evening, and welcome to McBean Stadium in Lincoln, California. We've got Lincoln Potters baseball for you, first of a 3-game series between the Potters and the Menlo Park Legends. I am Mark the Phantom Lowe. That to my left, which you can't see, is Stones McCoy, engineer extraordinaire, and the cameraman and all that kind of stuff. And we are very excited to see Anthony Perez back on the mound for the Potters, although not as excited, I think, to see the orange outfits again. The orange outfits, I know they really pop on your screen as you check out the Stones McCoy camera angles, but that is not, I don't know if I can even say this, that's not my favorite, although they began to grow on me the last time we had them, so perhaps tonight's the night I come over to the dark side and embrace the orange look. But more importantly for the Potters, they look to even up their record at 3-3 on the season after last night's near miracle win over the Sacramento Yankees. Potters trailed 4-2 going into the bottom of the 9th inning. And then, I just had 3 hits up to then and came through and won the game 5-4. So tonight, trying to get to 3-3 with Anthony Perez on the mound. And the opponent, the Menlo Park Legends, who are 2-0 on the season in their first 2 games. They are a new team that they were around for a while in the CCL, and then they went away for a while, came back. Manager Nick White, who was kind enough to have a couple of words with us before the game, and actually sent us up a nice roster and everything. It was fantastic with first names and last names and numbers and all kinds of stuff. Really happy to see that. Anyway, Nick said his team is just getting back together, and he's looking forward to talking to him about coming out here and playing in front of 11, 12, 1,300 people. You don't usually get that when you're playing your summer ball in the Bay Area. So we are almost ready to get going. Perez finishing up his warm-up tosses. Behind the plate today is Aiden Isola, as Landon Weiss is going to get a night off finally. He's been doing a tremendous job, but Aiden Isola comes up. He will be the catcher. He is behind the plate, and Cooper Winton steps to the plate, the center fielder. He's out of Merced College, left-handed hitter, and he steps in. As mentioned, the Legends 2-0 on the season, won their first two games 12-6 and 8-6. And here's Perez, who was the winner in the first game of the season. His fastball is inside for a ball. That was against the Novato Knicks. Back on the 26th. Next pitch is outside for a ball. Perez went 4 innings, gave up 4 hits, no runs, struck out 5. So he is 1-0 on the season, and he's 2-0 behind Cooper Winton. That one is fouled over to the left, through the screen almost over there, toward the grassy knoll area, right by the bounce house, which is already humming. Bounce house gets, as soon as those gates open, people go up, they go to the Brick and Barrel backyard to the right, or the bounce house to the left. That's basically where they're going to go. 2-1 pitch, breaking ball outside, 3-1. Nick Thompson to follow, then Rowan Felsch. The first 3 for the Legends, who settle in for a 3-game series against the hometown Lincoln Potters. That's outside for a ball. Winton draws the base on balls. A couple of close pitches in that exchange, and he is down at first base, and that'll bring up Nick Thompson, the left fielder. Nick out of Cabrillo College. Wearing number 2, also a left-handed hitter. Wearing the gold shoes, And I'm all about the color splash these days. I know an old guy, but I'm all about the color splash. Individuality, baby. In a team game, though. Winton leading, and Perez is going to chase him back. Defensively, the Potters, we'll get that lineup out there for you. Ben Romano in left, Jarrett Curtis in center. Brandon Springer back on the right today. Levi Sotomayor at first. JT Maloney moves over to second. Zach Chamiso at short. Trey Furry at third, and Aiden Isola behind the plate. That one is high for a ball, and Anthony Perez on the mound. So Perez just a little bit off the strike zone in these first hitters. He is behind 1-0 to Nick Thompson. Decent lead over at first by Winton. Inside, moves him away. 2-0 on Nick Thompson. Crowd still getting in on a Friday night, and as I say, going straight to the Brick and Barrel backyard. Shows they're just more adults than kids in the crowd right now. 2-0 coming up to Nick Thompson. Breaking ball's in there for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike on Nick Thompson. Tomorrow, 6:35 first pitch. Then on Sunday, it's a 105 Military Appreciation Day. 2-1. That's just a little outside, 3-1. Haven't mentioned it's 90s night, too. I think that's why we haven't gotten the groove yet. I mean, I saw the Power Rangers downstairs, and I think it was supposed to be the French Prince of Bel-Air, but it really looked like MC Hammer. So it might have been either one. I don't know. Maybe I had the wrong one. I'm kind of not up on that. There goes the runner, 3-1 pitch, swung on a miss, and Isola throws it from his knees, gets into second, but not in time. And Winton goes in under the tag. Isola with a very curious throw from his knees. He hit the mound, and it bounced, kind of skipped quickly out to Zach Chamiso, but the tag was a little bit too late. The pitch was swung on a miss, so it's a full count on Nick Thompson. But now Winton is in scoring position at second base. That breaking ball is outside. So 2 straight base on balls here to start off this one by Anthony Perez. And it'll bring up Rowan Felsch. Rowan from College of San Mateo, left-handed hitter, steps in. Looking down at his third base coach. as they've got 2 on and nobody out here, top of the first, as Perez is yet to settle in, his second start of the summer. That's a check swing inside, and it's 2 inside for a ball. So the borderline pitches are going the other way for Anthony Perez right now. He's going to try to turn that around. 1 ball and no strikes on Felsch. 3 straight left-handed hitters to start off here. That one is in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Winton walked, Thompson walked, and now Felsch up here. Alex Tolbert, the DH, on deck. That is down low for a ball. 2-1. Just getting started out here. Beautiful night for baseball. Grassy knoll, well populated down the left side. VIP area. Yep, I can see them hanging in there. Newly refurbished, that is. That is a fastball. That is in there for a strike. 2-2. Anthony Rush breathing a sigh of relief when he gets the call strike there. 2-2 now. Chamizo at shortstop trying to. Tolbert had a big hitting night in the first game of the season for the Ledges. They won that one 12-6, won their second one 8-6. First game they had 9 pitchers pitch an inning apiece, which is tremendous. And I told the manager, Nick White, I said, good job, Nick. That was well done. Bluffing is Winton at second. Here's the pitch to Tolbert. Check swing, and it is outside for a ball. 1-0 on Alex Tolbert. Open stance from the right side. Perez thought Winton was dancing a little bit too much off of second base, so he steps off and bluffs the throw. And now JT Maloney can play a little bit closer to second base with the right-handed hitting Tolbert at the plate. And there goes the runner to third, and there's going to be no throw. So Winton took advantage of inattention there and went all the way to third. He stole the base, his second stolen base of the game. Runners at first and third now with 1 out. And a 1-0 count on Alex Tolbert. He's followed by Josh Quinn, the shortstop. There goes the runner at first. The pitch is popped up right field. Springer's coming in. Tag at third. Springer makes the catch and guns to the plate. On a hop, the tag is on the plate. He's out at the plate. What a throw. Brandon Springer and the Potters are out of the inning. No runs, no hits, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the first. Legends nothing. Potters coming to bat.
It begins on the farm, where hard work breeds motivation. Care is taken under watchful eyes. With new growth comes inspiration, where playtime is mandatory. Welcome to Dueling Dogs Brewing Company. Meet the Stevens, a husband and wife who work hand in hand to craft exclusive small batch beer, mead, and cider. Using locally sourced ingredients to ensure freshness in every glass. Where a community of farmers, local artisans, and amazing food make for a truly inspired atmosphere. At the end of the day, we know the value of hard work. The families it unites, it's in the pride we take, the stories we tell, and the best friends who are cherished. Dueling Dogs Brewing Company.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Bottom of the first, Brandon Springer with the throw to the plate to nail Cooper Winton trying to score in the sacrifice fly attempt. Ends the top of the first, so the Potters kind of hepped up. Mickey Radonovich is the pitcher for the Menlo Park Legends. Radonovich out of San Francisco State. And he will face a lineup that has Aiden Isola, the catcher, batting first, then Zach Chamiso, the shortstop. Cade Sanchez, the DH, tonight hits third. Levi Sotomayor is batting fourth at first base. Trey Furry, the third baseman, bats fifth. Then Ben Romano, the left fielder. Brandon Springer, the right fielder. JT Maloney, second base. And batting ninth is Jarrett Curtis, the center fielder. So here's Aiden Isola. Out of Sac City College, done a tremendous job with the Potters. Right-handed hitting catcher against Radonovich. First pitch is high for a ball. 238 for Aiden. 2 balls and no strikes. That's in there for a strike. 238 for Aiden Isola. 4 runs batted in. That's fouled at the plate. Evens the count up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and two. Isola leading off the bottom of the first. On 90s night here at McBean. Look out. That one is a breaking ball that did not break, and Isola will be hit by the pitch. He'll go down to first base. Not the first time Aiden's been hit by a pitch, but he goes down to first. And with nobody out and a runner first, here's Zach Chamiso. Zach made his debut last night for the Potters. Had a couple of runs batted in, including the walk-off walk that sealed the deal. So he was 0 for 2, had a run scored and 2 runs driven in on a sac fly and a walk-off walk. So the Lincoln High Sierra College shortstop, headed for UCR, is up here against Radonovich with Isola at first base. Fouls that one off to our left, 0-1. Saw the Power Rangers down there, Stones, on 90s night. May need to work out a little bit more. Maybe the world doesn't need saving, so they've been kind of like hanging out watching TV a lot. Just a little bit. Yeah, well, okay. Chamiso takes inside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Isola at first. Got the great photographer Sarah out there today. We really went for the top outside. 2-1. She is the best in the business. So we have the best in the business at photography. We have Willie Preston, who's obviously the best in the business. We've got Stones McCoy, the best cameraman in the business. Oh, man. What a night. What a night out here. It's a Friday night. That's what happens on Fridays. I spent the whole day thinking it was Saturday. Fouled back to the screen, so I don't think I can be the best in the business. Two and two now on Zach. Tremendous year this year for Sierra College as they made it to the Final Four of the state playoffs. Came in third. Fouls that one down the left field line over the grassy knoll toward the Little League field. It's very busy tonight. A lot of activity over at the Lincoln Little League field, which is about 100 yards to our left. Well, home plate's about 100 yards. And right field is 100 yards. Isola leads at first. The 2-2 coming from Radonovich. Eventually. High in the air, center field. Winton underneath it. Now he's going to go over into left center, reach up and make the catch for the first out of the game for the Potters. One down, and here's Cade Sanchez. Cade with 300 with 6 runs batted in for the Potters out of Texas A&M Corpus Christi and Houston, Texas. Defensively, we talked about Cooper Winton in center, Colin O'Driscoll's in right, Nick Thompson in left. Ryan Farr at third, Josh Quinn at short, Anthony Nanez at second. Rowan Felsh at first. Behind the plate, Jacob Frost. And Radonovich on the mound, and his breaking ball is outside, and it's blocked by Jacob Frost. 1 ball and no strikes on Cade. Levi Sotomayor to follow. That's a fastball and misses inside. 2-0. JP, John Peters, the manager, the guest on today's warm-up show, down at third in his resplendent orange pants. Cade takes outside for a ball. I have a feeling the pitchers today are going to have to get the ball right over the plate because it looks like a tight zone. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying it looks like a tight zone. And Cade is now ahead 3-0. 1 out here in the first. That's outside. So Sanchez gets a base on balls. So we've had 3 base on balls and a hit batter between both teams. And with 2 on and 1 out, Levi Sotomayor, who's been the hottest hitter for the Potters so far, .435 with 3 runs batted in for Levi out of Sac City. Talked to JP in the interview today about the Sac City College products that we've had early in the season. Aiden Isola, JT Maloney, Levi, a couple of others. They've done a tremendous job out here. He hits it sharp down to first base, got it over to second for 1. That ball is dropped at second base and safe all around. So Felsch picked it up and gunned it to Josh Quinn at second, and he dropped the ball. It didn't look like it was on a transfer. He actually dropped the ball, and it's going to be an error and allow the Potters to load the bases with 1 out. So first error of the game is charged to Josh Quinn, the shortstop. Fielder's choice for Sotomayor. Hit it really hard right to Rowan Felsch, who made a good play and gunned it down to second base. And here's Trey Furry. Bases loaded. 1 out, and the first pitch is outside for a ball. Trey just at 158 so far in the season. But he's up here now with a chance to do some damage early in this one. Little chopper down to first base. Felsch has it. He's going to come home, and the force is made at home, and he is out at the plate. Isola closed it, but Felsch, with a rocket throw, got it to home just in time for the force out. So Isola is out at the plate for the second out. Everybody else moves up, which puts Sanchez at third, Sotomayor at second, and Trey Furry over at first. And still the bases loaded, and Ben Romano comes to the plate. Ben 0 for 3 so far in the season as a Potter. Just joined the team. He is from Tulane University. And he takes a fastball in there for a strike. Oh for 3 with a run scored for Ben Romano. Looks at that one and is outside for a ball. 1-1 on Ben Romano from Mendham, New Jersey. And made his way down to Tulane University. And now out to Lincoln, California. It's a tremendous journey. That's outside for a ball. Because if you're going to go from New Jersey to Lincoln, you're going to stop off in New Orleans first or Tulane, just to hang out for a while. A little Mardi Gras. 2-1 now on Ben. He's followed by Brendan Springer, the right fielder. That one is on the corner for a strike, 2-2. Donovich throwing it right that same spot like 4 times in a row. He got it twice and didn't get it twice, and so we sit at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Furry, Sotomayor, and Sanchez on the bases. Hits it sharply right at the shortstop, Quinn. He's going to try to go to second. I don't think he got there in time, and they call him out at second base. That one was a close one at second. 3 straight fielders' choices. Nothing going for the Potters. We go to the second. Legends nothing. Potters nothing.
Lincoln Area Archives Museum is the official partner of the Potters' 100th anniversary season. The museum is located just around the corner in Bierman Plaza in the center of the old historic district. Plan your visit and learn about early Lincoln history.
The mouth-watering Big Mac with a savory Filet-O-Fish and a tasty McChicken. My goodness, that looks good. Oh, you're making a McDonald's menu hack. Yes, a land, air, and sea. Oh, it's going to tip over. No, it's good. It's good. Very stable. Order the land, air, and sea by name. Build it by hand.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Top of the second inning here from McBean. Anthony Perez finishing up his warm-up tosses. He gave up 2 bases on balls in the first inning, but then got a strike out of Rowan Felsch. And Tolbert's fly ball to right field. Springer threw the runner out at the plate for the third out. So Josh Quinn, Ryan Farr, Anthony Nanez, the first 3 hitters in the second inning. Quinn, the shortstop for the Menlo Park Legends. Perez starts him off with a strike. 0-1 on Josh Quinn. That one's fouled down the right field line over by the VIP area. So quickly 0-2 on Josh Quinn. Josh out of Cal Lutheran University. 0-2, that's high for a ball, 1-2. As is the next batter, Ryan Farr. That's outside for a ball. Evens the count 2-2 on Josh Quinn. Good crowd out here on a Friday night. Perfect weather watching this one. 2-2 pitch misses outside. The count goes full at 3-2. Power Rangers hanging suspiciously around the Brick and Barrel backyard. I don't think they can carry an ID in that suit, so there's no way they can. Can they? 3-2 pitch, call, strike 3. Second strikeout for Anthony Perez. First one looking. That'll bring up Ryan Farr, the third baseman. As we said, also out of Cal Lutheran. Ryan Farr was the only name we had in the lineup that we didn't have a first name for, so I sent one of the interns down. I said, go ask somebody down there what Farr's first name is. And so he goes down and he asks, he goes, hey, what's Farr's first name? The guy goes, Ryan, I think. Oh, wait, that's me. So I don't know what's going on. I think the intern made the whole story up, to be honest with you. He chops one over toward first. Diving at it is first baseman Sotomayor. It's into right field for a base hit. So, hey, it's me. Just got himself a base hit to right field. He is on with 1 out. First hit of the game for the Legends, and brings up Anthony Nanez, the second baseman. He's out of San Francisco State. They're the Gators. Are they still the Gators? I think they still are. Is that politically incorrect? Can you be Gators now? I think you can. I'm saying you can. San Francisco's got a lot of Gators. They do it at the aquarium, the planetarium, whatever it is. They have the alligator. I don't think it's the planetarium. He fouls one back to the screen. Whatever it is, I remember going when I was a little kid, which was probably in the prehistoric era. But we went and we saw the alligator was sitting there, and there was a bunch of pennies on it because people threw pennies on him. That seemed normal to you? I don't think it does, but I remember that. I have a warped childhood. 0-1 pitch outside for a ball, 1-1. I do remember that, though. Alligators are terrifying, as you know. And one sitting there with a bunch of loose change. Hey, you need a quarter for the parking meter? No, that's okay. It's all right. I'll go recycle something. That one's fouled off by Ryan Farr, 1-2. Yeah, there's a lot of gators. No crocodile. There's nobody called the crocodiles, though. Or the crocs. They are. They're way more. Because they got the pointed thing. They got the pointed nose. And then they got the rounded snout. They got the No, the alligators have the round one. In the dirt. Nice block by Aiden Isola. 2-2 on Ryan Farr. Anthony Nenez to follow. Yeah, there's just no comparison. Fastball misses outside as I lean forward in anticipation of the ring up, and I get no ring up. That's right, Farr got the base hit. I was too busy talking about the Gators. That's it sharply to past the first baseman into right field. That's another base hit picked up by Springer out there. They're not going to try to go on Brandon's arm as wisely Ryan Farr stops, and Nenez gets himself a base hit. 2 singles in a row here with 1 out in the second. That brings up Jacob Frost. He is the catcher today. Jacob coming out of Cal State East Bay. Right-handed hitter against Anthony Perez. 2 singles to right by Farr and Nenez. And the Legends have something going here in the second inning. Fastball is high from Anthony Perez. Number 9 hitter is Colin O'Driscoll. He is on deck. Right now it's about Jacob Frost. High for a ball again. 2-0 from Anthony Perez. Also from Cal State East Bay. I haven't seen the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air / MC Hammer come by. MC Hammer would be the 80s, wouldn't he? Or is he the 90s? Breaking ball, call strike. So the Fresh Prince is hanging with the Power Rangers over by Piper, over by the Brick and Barrel backyard. Okay. Well, he was doing, I tell you, he was very energetic out there. He was doing slide dancing or something. I don't know what he was doing. But there were many onlookers. 2-1 pitch is fouled back to the screen by Frost, so it's 2-2. Last night Piper had Zeus the zebra. Tonight the Power Rangers and Fresh Prince. He's getting used to having celebrity friends. I don't know. He may get a big head. Tomorrow. What's going on tomorrow? Oh, we'll find out. Oh, we will find out. What a tease that is. Well done, Stones. 2-2 on Frost. Check the runner at second base. That's Ryan Farr. That's lined foul over toward the Potters dugout. Couple of guys over there, and they are surrendering, waving the white flag. Hispanic Heritage Night tomorrow. $5 for 12-ounce Dueling Dogs Hard Cider. Themed jersey auction. Oh, man, I got to get me in there. Fantastic. I love Hispanic Heritage Night because you get the themed jerseys. Those are fantastic. Tomorrow night. Is that tomorrow? Fastball in there, call strike 3. So Frost is down on strikes. 2 singles and 2 strikeouts. Or 2 called third strikes in this inning. And here comes Colin O'Driscoll, the right fielder. And then Sunday's Military Appreciation Day. O'Driscoll hitting from the left side. He's playing right field tonight for the Legends. First pitch, he chops it down the third baseline foul. And Ferry has to use his glove to shield the sun as it's particularly nasty this time of night for third base, shortstop, and left field. 0-1 on O'Driscoll. 2 outs here in the second. A beautiful night for baseball, and tomorrow promises more of the same on Hispanic Heritage Night with theme auction jerseys. Chopped down to third. Ferry knocks it down. It's off his glove, picked up by Chamiso. And that was a really tough play. I think it's going to be an infield single because I don't know if Ferry could even see the ball. As it bounces at all from third base, he's going to lose it. He had to back up on it and knocked it down. Fortunately, he knocked it down enough that Zach could come over and pick it up before the runner could score. So we give O'Donnell an infield single. Bases loaded, still 2 outs, and Cooper Winton, who walked his first time up, the leadoff hitter, the center fielder, steps up. So Anthony Perez been living dangerously here in the first 2 innings. And he's going to have to get Cooper Winton to get out of this one. It's in there for a strike. He's finding the zone a little bit more, it looks like. Anthony has figured out his location. 0-1 on Winton. Center fielder from Merced College. Hitting from the left side with the bases loaded here in the second. That is in the dirt, but nicely blocked by Aiden Isola. Another Sac City guy. 1 ball, 1 strike. The cowbells are coming out. That's a nice sound to hear. A little cowbell action. And not the mini cowbells, the baby cowbells we had the other day. These are real cowbells. 1-1 and is inside and low. 2-1. Winton wearing number 3, Legends, gray pants, green jerseys, gold lettering. And Winton adds the gold cleats on top of that. Chops it foul. 2-2. Josh Quinn struck out leading off the inning. Then Farr and Nanez with singles to right field, strikeout of Frost, and then an infield single by O'Driscoll. And that's how we got here with the bases loaded and 2 outs, and now a 2-2 count on Cooper Winton. Nick Thompson to follow if Winton keeps it going for the Legends. Perez from the stretch. Here's the 2-2. Line shot up the middle. Sanchez makes it. Nice play to second base. Didn't get him, and now they send the runner home. The throw to the plate. They're going to get the second runner at the plate. Nicely done by Chamiso. Maloney was the one with the dive, keeping that from going to center field. Flipped it to second, not in time, so 1 run does score. The second runner is thrown out. So the Legends pick up 1 run here in the top of the second. We go to the bottom of the second. Menlo Park leads it 1-0.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
I insist.
It's your turn.
Nope, I think it's your turn.
I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Go.
I appreciate your appreciation. It fills me.
Safe drivers save money with Farmers.
Just for driving safely?
It's a Farmers policy perk. Get Farmers and you can get a safe driver discount simply for having a clean driving record for 3 years.
Come on. After you.
After you.
Safety first.
Get a whole lot of something with Farmers policy perks.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum. Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Bottom of the second, Legends lead at 1-0. Piper and the fan race with Piper. He did not win. He pulled a hamstring around third base, and it was funny because he started at third base and still pulled a hamstring. Did not win, but everybody's a winner because they got high fives from the Power Rangers and that guy who I don't know who it is. Stones, I need you to help me on this. 2 things. First of all, I see that we are now being able to do the crowd cam during commercial breaks. What's up with that?
You inspired me last night, and I decided, you know what, might as well give as much of the field view to the viewers out there as humanly possible. And currently, I'm not under any contract to run full-size ads for these advertisers.
Although we support them.
We absolutely support them, but the contract's not there right now.
So that what you did then allowed everybody to see. Not only next inning we have axe throwing, so that's going to be great, but they saw the race, and they saw the guy at home plate. Who is that guy? Is it the Fresh Prince? Is it MC Hammer?
Actually,
who is it?
I think it's DJ Jazzy Jeff, which was it was the Fresh Prince's best friend, and that's why he's got the bucket hat and the boom box. That's what I think it is.
That is well done, Stones McCoy. I hate to do this to you, but get out of here now because it's time for the game. Wow, that's valuable info right there. First pitch of the bottom of the second to Brendan Springer is a ball, 1-0. So 2 guys thrown out at the plate in 2 innings for the Legends by the Potters, but the Legends still with the 1-0 lead. Swing and a miss by Springer, 1-1. That was scored an infield single for Winton, and then the throw to the plate nabbed the second runner, and then as trying to score from second on the play. Very heads-up play by Zach Chamiso. Springer takes down low for a ball. Obviously a great diving stop by JT Maloney, keeping that ball from going out into center field. That would have allowed 2 runs to score quite easily. So 1-0 here in the bottom of the second. Donovich pitches, and then Springer hits it into left center field, giving chase to center field. The diving try, and he did catch it. We got the signal from the home plate umpire. He did make the diving try in center field. Cooper Winton, a fantastic catch for the Legends, robbing Springer of probably 3 bases on that one. All full out by Cooper Winton in left center to make the play. So excellent play by Winton. Not so happy that he did it, but 1 out. And here's JT Maloney. Springer hit that one really well, but Winton covered a lot of ground from straightaway center. Breaking ball in there for a strike on JT Maloney. Donovich working from the windup. That one is outside for a ball, 1-1. JT at 200 for the Potters with a couple of runs batted in this summer, coming out of Sac City. Waits for the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jarrett Curtis, the number 9 hitter on deck. Hits it sharply to the right of shortstop into left field. A clean base hit for JT Maloney. First hit for the Potters today, as Springer got robbed by Winton, so Maloney comes up, spanks one through the hole into left field. He's on first with 1 out, and here's Jarrett Curtis. .200 for Jarrett so far. Just a couple of games played. Out of Cypress, Texas, and Texas Tech University. Right-hand hitting center fielder, batting the number 9 spot. He's up here with Maloney over at first. Swing and a miss by Jarek. Aiden Isola on deck, the leadoff hitter. 1 on, 1 out here in the second. Good lead over there by Maloney. Donovich to the plate, and there goes Maloney. The throw to second is in plenty of time, and he is out at second base. Jacob Frost put the throw perfectly on the money, and Maloney is out at second base for the second out of the inning. And Curtis now with a count of 1 ball and 1 strike. That's outside and low. Off-speed pitch. 2-1 from Radonovich to Jarek Curtis. Takes outside again. 3-1 on Curtis. We're in number 1 in the Orange Potters unis, the Friday night uniforms. 3-1 coming up to Jarek Curtis. Swing and a miss. 3-2. That's down in the dirt, ball 4. So Curtis gets a base on balls. He's down at first base with now 2 outs. And Aiden Isola, who was hit by a pitch, comes up to the plate. The catcher, leadoff man. 238 with 4 runs batted in for Aiden Isola. Right-handed hitter from Sac City College. That one misses the outside corner. Not by much, but it's 1 ball and no strikes now on Aiden Isola. Red Power Ranger looks to be the leader. He pretty much tells the blue and the pink one where they're going, what route they're taking. Outside again, 2-0. And then your guy, the DJ Jazzy Jeff guy, comes in after he's fourth in line behind the 3 Power Rangers. That's the kind of the pecking order right now. But he also has fans, and they don't right now. So, oh no, they just got high five from a guy, so that's good. There goes Curtis. The pitch is high. The throw to second base is on the wrong side, and Curtis is safe, and he's going to think about going as the ball goes out into short left center field, but he stays at second base. So Frost got rid of that one quickly, but it's at the wrong side of the bag, and Curtis is in with a stolen base. 3 balls and no strikes on Aiden Isola. Zach Chamiso to follow. Curtis gets himself in scoring position, and he goes on the next pitch again. The throw to third base is not going to be in time, and he is in there. And so one of the last 2 pitches was called a strike. I don't know if it was that one or the one before. But Curtis is now at third base, and Isola has a 3-ball, 1-strike count. They both look clearly high to me, so I didn't think either one of them was a strike. Shows what I know. Isola hits a line drive right at Winton in center field, and he makes the catch. So he hit it hard, but right at Cooper Winton, who had a pretty good defensive inning. And for the Potters, nothing across on 1 hit and 1 left. We go to the top of the third. Legends lead at 1-0.
Being in the market for a new home comes with more than just buying a property. It is finding the right house in the right neighborhood in the right community. Since 2005, Lori, with Frey & Associates Real Estate, has lived and worked as a real estate broker in Lincoln. She is passionate about local organizations and volunteers with them as well.
She's knowledgeable, she knows, she asks a lot of questions, she gets things done.
We still learn a lot from Lori, and she's very helpful, very positive, and has been wonderful, wonderful broker.
We at Frey & Associates are your local hometown realtor, and we are here for you.
Welcome back, Olympia's 5th grade orchestra.
Perhaps there's no place like your home because you made it so at RC Willey.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Top of the third, Legends lead at 1-0. And if you watch the Stones cam between innings, you saw the axe throwing, which is the event that precipitated me to try to get him to do stuff like that. And he was very disappointed in me because today's axe throwing was not as good as the axe throwing has been in the past. And I think, Stones, a rule we can make is if you're going to throw the axes, you got to act like you want to hurt somebody. You got to really follow through on that axe throw, and that's all you fans that are going to be coming out this year and volunteering for the axe throw. You got to follow through on that thing because it's very light. Contrary to belief, that it's not a real axe, so it's not as heavy as an axe, and you kind of really got to throw it with intent. Nick Thompson leads it off in the third against Anthony Perez, and the first pitch is swung on and missed. Thompson walked his first time up back in the first. He'll be followed by Rowan Felsch and then Alex Tilbert. That one is on the inside corner for a strike again, 0-2 on Nick Thompson. Perez gave up 4 hits in that second inning, just a single run as the runner was thrown out at the plate. Look out, that one's inside, bounces away from Aiden Isola and back to the screen. New ball out to the pitcher, and we're ready to go. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That one sails high and outside. 2-2 pitch is high and outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full count on Thompson, opening up the top of the third here from McBean Stadium. Swing and a miss. He got him on strikes. So Perez records strikeout number 4 in 2 1/3 innings. And here's Rowan Felch, who struck out his first time up swinging. First baseman who has watched him throw the ball around the infield a couple times, and I have a feeling he might also be a pitcher because he's got about 92 from first to second. So he settles in, left-handed hitter, slightly open stance with 1 out here in the third. That one's high and outside. 1-0. Talking to manager Nick White, or head coach Nick White of the Menlo Park Legends. As we said, got the team back together after it had been disbanded for about 5 or 6 years. This is their second year getting back in. That is high for a ball, 2-0. He worked at Monterey Peninsula College for a couple of years before that, before taking this job on. Just like managers we meet all during the summer, just love to manage, coach kids, develop them. Swing and a miss. Check swing, ruled a swing, as I knew it would be. 2-1. That's squibbed out towards second base. Maloney makes the catch of a little blooper for the second out, and that brings up Alex Tolbert. I told him, Stones, I said, he gave us, I said, you're going to bring a batting order up later. When you bring us the batting order, the guys have to bat in that order all the time. That's the way they bat. So when one guy's done, the next guy comes up. Because I didn't know that was communicated to all the managers this year. Yeah, so he looked at me like I was like Indiana Jones on the quest and found something really crazy. But no, yeah. I think he had planned on doing that, but now I think it's really confirmed. Here's Tolbert, who flied to right his first time up. Alex takes in there for a strike, evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. It's not usually that 40% of the games you play, you have people batting out of order. Swing and a miss. And speaking of managers, former Potters manager Ryan Stevens, a first ballot Wall of Famer when they finally put my Wall of Fame up. He is in the house, probably because his kids said he had to go inside for a ball. I think he was at the opening game. Didn't he say, I didn't want to come, but my kids said I want to go to the Potters game, and he had to bring him. Now, isn't that ironic in the sense of the 90s that happened to him? 2-2, outside ball 3. Tolbert, big right-handed hitting, DH tonight. 3-2 coming from Perez. Hits it out into center field. Coming on is Curtis. Coming on, and he's going to make the catch about waist high in right center field for the third out. 1-2-3 for the Legends in the third. We go to the bottom of the third. Legends leading 1-0.
Old Town Pizza, a proud sponsor of your Potters baseball, will deliver you a slice that you won't soon forget. Come see why they've been voted the best of the best 12 straight years. Visit otpizza.net to get yours today. But don't take it from me.
I think Old Town Pizza should be expanded through the state or even through the country because it's so delicious.
Placer Valley Tourism. Our mission is to increase the health of the hotel industry through occupancy and average daily rate in Roseville, Rockland, and Lincoln. Proud partner of the Potters in the 2023 West Coast World Series Tournament from August 8th to 11th.
Mickey Radonovich out for his third inning of work for the Legends. He'll face Zach Chamiso, Cade Sanchez, Levi Sotomayor, 2, 3, and 4 in the Potters order. Radonovich 1 hit over the first 2 innings. He's walked 2 and hit 1. Chamizo flied out to center field back in the first inning, so Zach is 0 for 1 so far. Still looking for his first base hit of the summer. Has a couple of runs batted in from last night's game. That pitch is outside for a ball. Zach takes in there for a strike. 1-1. Brick and Barrel backyard doing Boppo business again. Here's the pitch. It is high, 2-1. Again, you come in the front gate, you either go left for the bounce house, you go right for the Brick and Barrel backyard. 2-1 pitch misses outside to Zach. 3 balls, 1 strike. And if you need to split the family up at that time, go ahead and do it. You know, I mean, you got to do what you got to do. That one is in there for a strike. Call strike 2, 3-2. The only setback there is if you go right, you get the Brick and Barrel. But if you go left on the way to the bounce house, you got Fat Cat and you got Hobby. So you've got all kinds of great food that way. So you've got to figure that out. You got to plot it out before you leave home is basically what I'm saying. 3-2 pitch is outside, ball 4. Radonovich not necessarily agreeing with that. But Chamizo goes down to first base. 4th free pass, 3rd walk and a hit batter, so 4th free pass given to the Potters. And here's Cade Sanchez. 300 hitter, 6 RBIs on the season for Cade out of Houston, Texas. Chamizo leads off the bottom of the 3rd with the base on balls. Cade takes on the inside corner, strike 1. Allowing Chamizo to go all the way around to 3rd. Second error for the Legends, and with 1st and 3rd and nobody out, Levi Sotomayor coming to the plate. Thought that one was going to get right between the legs of Radonovich, but he got the glove down and knocked it down, went towards second base, went to pick it up, and I think Sanchez already had it beat and the throw a little bit too low. So Cade with the single, 2nd hit for the Potters. And here's Levi Sotomayor, who came in at 435. Fielder's choice back in the 1st inning for Levi. He has 3 runs batted in, and he takes one right down the middle for a strike, 0-1. Potters trail 1-0. We're in the 3rd. They threaten with runners at 1st and 3rd. Nobody out. Trey Furry to follow Levi Sotomayor. Levi takes high and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Grassy Knoll, a beautiful place to be tonight. Nice and sunny. Not too much of a breeze. Very pleasant out there. There's a line to the bounce house. So, Stones, if you're going to get your bounces in, you got to get in line now. Levi takes in there for a call, strike 1 and 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Radonovich on the mound behind the plate, Jacob Frost. For the Legends, 1-2 coming to Levi. Fails outside with a breaking ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I always like to check what's happening in the Brick and Barrel backyard down there. It's very crowded right now. Levi hits a line drive into left center field. Moving over the left fielder, he's going to make a sliding catch. Tagging at 3rd is Chamizo. There'll be no throw, so it's a sacrifice fly for Levi Sotomayor, but a fine catch by Nick Thompson out in left field saved that from being a lot worse for the Legends, and the game is now tied at 1. RBI for Levi. He's got his 4th of the summer. Staying at first base is Cade Sanchez. And here's Trey Furry, who was hit into a fielder's choice his first time up. So a couple of fine plays in the outfield have saved Radonovich so far in this one, Winton in the second, and now in the third, Nick Thompson. Murray pops it up, left side. Quinn, the shortstop, in the short left field, makes the catch for the second out. So Furry is out on the pop-up to shortstop. That brings up Ben Romano, who also hit into a fielder's choice his first time up. The left fielder out of Menlo, New Jersey. Looking for his first hit of the summer as well. Steps in here against Radonovich. Short lead at first by Sanchez. Romano fouls that one back to the screen. He's followed by Brandon Springer. That one's in the dirt. Nice block by Frost. Going to keep Cade Sanchez over at first base. Evens the count up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Two teams meet again tomorrow night, 6:35. Hispanic Heritage Night tomorrow night. And then on Sunday, Military Appreciation Day, 1:05 start in that one. Romano swings and misses. Ball's behind the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Ben. Wearing number 28 for the Potters in the orange, which I am getting to, it's growing on me. Begrudgingly, but it's growing on me. I start off negative every time I see it, and then by the 4th or 5th inning, I'm beginning to like it. 1-2's hit sharply out to short, cut off by the third baseman. He's going to go to first and gets him by a step at first base. That was Ryan Farr who cut it off. Was going to go to second, but couldn't do it. The runner was already there, went to first and threw out Romano. So no runs, or 1 run on 1 hit and 1 left. We go to the 4th, the game tied at 1.
Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today. Top of the 4th, Perez facing Josh Quinn to lead it off. And the first pitch misses somewhere, ball 1. Quinn followed by Ryan Farr, then Anthony Nunez. As Anthony getting up close to 60 pitches so far, as he's just starting his 4th inning of work. That one's hit sharply down to the third. Furry has it, bobbles it, picks it up, guns it across the diamond. He's going to get him by a step at first base. So Quinn is out, 5-3 in your scorebook. One out here in the 4th, and Ryan Farr to the plate. Talking with Brock Ragatz a little bit, the pitching coach before the game, he said there's a couple guys out here that the starters, like an Anthony Perez, like a Peyton Stumbo the other night. You give them 4 good innings in their start, and that sounds like about right. So I think that Anthony's kind of going that way when we talk about how many pitches he's thrown. He's sitting at 58 right now with Farr coming to the plate, swings and misses. Ryan singled to right field and scored back in the 2nd inning, so he is 1 for 1. Coming out of Cal Lutheran.
0-1. Perez works from the windup. That is in there, call strike 2. Quickly 0-2 on Ryan Farr. Anthony Nanez, the second baseman, to follow. He also singled last time. That's high. 1-2. Really good to see Sarah, the photographer, out here. Wonder when she gets her Pulitzer Prize or whatever you get for photography, if she'll still come back and do Padres games. I think she probably will. Look out, that hits him on top of the helmet, so Perez loses Farr, and he does not seem the worse for wear, which is good news. I think Stones actually helped Sarah get started in this business. He's been kind of her advisor for a lot of her career. His advice was, hey, go take some pictures. And I'll tell you something. People get 10% for doing far less than that, Stones. So I think you might want to go ahead. Here's Anthony Nanez, also out of Cal Lutheran. No, actually, he's from San Francisco State. He's with the Gator. He's our Gator guy. We're in number 11. One and 0. Outside ball 2. Must be the dueling dog batters, Stones, because I hear yipping and yapping out there. That means if he strikes out, 50% off dueling dogs, and that's a strike in the throw to second base on a hop by Isola, right into the runner and tagged out. Nice play by J.T. Maloney, who covered it, and Isola's throw bounced in there, but right perfectly placed into JT's glove, and he put the tag on Ryan Farr. So not really a lot of success stealing bases today, second base anyway, as Farr is thrown out for the second out of the inning. 2-2 now on Nanez. Hits it up in the air toward right field. Brandon Springer gives ground a little bit, and then he's ready. Reaches up and makes the catch, so it turns into a pretty easy inning for Anthony Perez. He ends it at 65 pitches. We go to the bottom of the fourth. We're tied at 1.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport. Lincoln Area Archives Museum is the official partner of the Potters' 100th anniversary season. The museum is located just around the corner in Bierman Plaza in the center of the Old Historic District. Plan your visit and learn about early Lincoln history.
Coming down to the wire in the air guitar contest. I don't think Mr. Cool's going to win. I think Red LA Hat's going to win. Stones, I'm sorry to say that to you. Let's see who the winner is. Mr. Cool was like a bass player that was just too cool to be in the band. He's trying to get the fans to vote for him, but I don't know. He did not put the goods out there. And we're going to probably, after this next commercial, we'll let you know who is the winner. Piper was the winner. I like that. Show those kids you got to bring it. Piper brings it every night. Brandon Springer, JT Maloney, Jarrett Curtis against Mickey Radonovich here in the fourth inning. Springer takes it down low. He was robbed of a possible three-base hit by Cooper Winton in center field back in the second inning as he had a line shot into left center. He takes that one inside for a ball. 2-0. Radonovich out of San Francisco State delivers, and it is low again. 3-0 on Brandon Springer. He's out of William Jessup University. 3-0 pitch. That's outside, ball 4. So Springer gets the 4-pitch walk. He goes down to first base. Fifth free pass from Radonovich. And here's JT Maloney, who hit a single in the left field his first time up between third and short. He looks down at JP in the third base coaching box as we're in the bottom of the fourth here of a 1-1 tie. First of 3 against the Menlo Park Legends, and a meeting at the mound for the Legends. We'll step away for just a second. As I just said, we're in the bottom of fourth. This game is tied at 1.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Back in action, JT Maloney at the plate. Activity in both bullpens now as Maloney waits for the first pitch, and it's outside, gets away from Prost. And going down to second is Springer. That's a wild pitch. There's nothing Jacob really could have done about that one. Looks like Jackson Snitko is warming up in the bullpen. Left-hander for the Legends, as Stones used the official Stones Radio Network's binoculars to check that one out. That is outside for a ball, 2-0. Springer at second, nobody out here in the fourth. And a 2-0 count on JT Maloney with Jarrett Curtis to follow. Bottom of the Potters batting order. That one is low and outside again, 3-0. Three balls, no strikes on JT. 1 for 1 so far in this one. That one is on the inside corner, strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Maloney takes on the outside corner this time. Brings the count full at 3-2 on JT. Jarrett Curtis waiting on deck. And Brandon Springer out on second base. And that's kind of coming in to try to shut him a little bit. Keep him a little close. Maloney takes outside, ball 4. So a couple of base on balls to open up the bottom of the fourth. Potters with runners at first and second, and I think we're going to get a pitching change here as here comes the Legends manager. We are going to take a break. We'll come back. Potters 2 on and nobody out. Bottom of the fourth, game tied at 1.
Now back to the Phantom right here on Stone's Radio Networks.
Jackson Snitko, the new pitcher. The left-hander comes on in relief of Radanovic, who goes 3+ innings, gives up 2 hits and walks 6. He has given up the run so far and is responsible for the 2 runners on base. He threw 74 pitches while he was out there. And Snitko's first pitch, he's going to pivot and get Springer going off too soon. Springer trying to get back to second, and he does, and the ball gets away. So Curtis had squared the bunt. Springer had anticipated the bunt and was already going to third, and Snitko stepped off. They got Brandon a little rundown, but he was able to get back to second, and even if the ball wasn't fumbled, I think he would have been okay, and back in at second base. So almost a disastrous move for the Potters, but they get out of it. Lesson learned, and no harm, no foul, and all the other cliches, as Curtis now, who walked back in the second inning, waits for the next pitch from Snitko, or the first pitch. It's bunted up in the air. Snitko's going to catch it on a diving play and retire Curtis. Another diving catch by the Legends, this time by the pitcher. And Curtis's sacrifice bunt is unsuccessful, and here comes Aiden Isola. Hit by a pitch in the first and lined out in the second. So he is 0 for 1, is Aiden Isola. 238 coming into the game today with 4 runs batted in. Right-handed hitting catcher. Giving Landon Weiss a breather behind the plate tonight. So Snitko gets the first batter. Curtis, here's the pitch. And it is too low for a ball to Aiden Isola. Outfield pretty much straight away for Aiden. It's it high up in the air and well hit to left center field. Winton's going back. I don't think he's going to get that one. That one is out of here. A home run for Aiden Isola. A 3-run blast, and the Potters take the lead. You could feel it coming. He's been making some great loud contact, and he did so back in the second, and he got all of that one. Winton took a couple of steps out towards the center field fence, and there was no chance as Aiden pounds one out of here, and the Potters lead 4-1. First home run of the season for the Potters. The big fly makes it 4-1. 2 of those runs are charged to Radanovic and 1 charged to Snitko. Here's Zach Chamiso. After Isola gets the crowd up and cheering with a big 3-run home run, and that one was hit a long way into the trees behind left center field. Swinging and a miss by Zach Chamiso. One ball, 1 strike on Zach, who has flied to center and walked. Scored back in the 3rd inning. He takes a big breaking ball inside and high. 2-1. Chamiso takes that one low and outside. So he works the count to 3 balls and 1 strike. Cade Sanchez coming up next. (3-1) to Chamiso, outside, ball 4. So Zach gets his 2nd straight base on balls. He's on with still just 1 out, and Cade Sanchez coming to the plate. Cade walked in the 1st, infield single in the 3rd, so he is 1 for 1, bringing the average over 300 for the summer. Out of Houston, Texas, and Texas A&M Corpus Christi, Cade Sanchez. Usually second base, playing some DH tonight, just kind of chilling over there. First pitch is down low for a ball. 1-0. One swing has tied Cade Sanchez for the team lead in runs batted in with 6. That's what 3-run home runs will do to the stats. They'll jump you up real fast. Snitko looks at first. The pitch at the plate popped up right side. giving Chase the second baseman and the right fielder, and he can't get it, and that is a fair ball. Drops fair. Throw to second base, not in time, so it's a base hit for Sanchez. I thought that was foul all the way it's being pursued, but it drops in between three of the legends, and it's a single for Cade Sanchez. Chamizo alertly saw that it was going to drop and made its way to second base. The throw was going to be a little bit too late, even if it was handled cleanly. So Sanchez with the hit after the walk by Chamizo. Fourth hit of the game for the Potters, and here's Levi Sotomayor, who's hit into a fielder's choice in the first inning and a sacrifice fly. Back in the third, picking up his fourth run batted in of the summer. Left-hand hitting first baseman out of Sac City College, waits for the pitch from Snitko. That's high with his fastball, 1-0. As mentioned, the Legends threw 9 pitchers in 9 innings in their first game, and they have another one warming up or loosening up already. Snitko, the second pitcher in this game. That's lined into right center field. That's down for a base hit. Scoring easily is Chamizo. The throw comes in and it goes all the way to the fence. Here comes the second runner to the plate. The throw is going to be too far to the right, and scoring is Cade Sanchez. So Sotomayor comes up with 2 more runs batted in. It's a double. 5 runs in the inning. The Potters now grab a 6-1 lead. Great base running by Cade Sanchez as Sotomayor gets a couple of runs batted in. 5 runs in the inning, now 6-1 for the Potters. A couple of big hits, the Isola 3-run home run and now the Sotomayor double. 2 hits out of Sac City College coming up big for the Potters. And here's Trey Furry, who's hit into a fielder's choice and popped to short. Big breaking ball misses. 1-0 on Trey. He's got Sotomayor at second. Still just 1 out here in the fourth as the Potters have struck for 5. There goes the runner. Furry takes the pitch, the throw to third, and it's there waiting for him, and tagged out is Levi Sotomayor. So Frost got it down to third very quickly. Sotomayor was tagged out. Tried to evade the tag, but slapped on by Ryan Farr, and the second out of the inning is recorded. 1 ball, 1 strike on Trey Furry. 2 balls and 1 strike. That's sharply hit and fair down the third base line by Trey. He's going to round. He's going to try to go for 2. Picked up out there by Thompson. He got it in too quickly. And Trey is going to have himself a base hit. Good play by Nick Thompson in left field to keep that from going all the way to the fence. And Furry is at first base. Here's Ben Romano, the 9th batter of the inning. 4 hits for the Potters in the inning. Well hit ball by Trey Furry right between third baseman Ryan Farr and the third base bag. That's fouled back to the screen by Ben, who has hit to a fielder's choice and grounded to third, so he is over 2 in this one. Potters with 5 runs so far here in the 4th inning. They have batted around. This is the 9th hitter of the inning. Big blows, an Aiden Isola 3-run home run and a Levi Sotomayor 2-run double. Romano takes down low for a ball, evens the count at 1-1. Furry leads over at first base. 1 ball, 1 strike count on Romano. Ben takes in the dirt. Nicely blocked back there by Frost. As Furry had thoughts of going, but Jacob's shown a pretty strong arm already. So Trey stays close to the bag. 2-1 now on Ben Romano. Brandon Springer on deck. He started it all with the base on balls in the bottom of the 4th. There goes the runner that picked off at first base. Run down by Felch, and the tag is going to be applied by the shortstop, and Furry is out caught stealing. So 5 runs, 4 hits, nobody left. We go to the top of the 5th. Potters up big 6-1.
It's all you.
No, I insist.
It's your turn.
Nope, I think it's your turn.
I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Go.
I appreciate your appreciation. It fills me.
Safe drivers save money with Farmers.
Just for driving safely?
It's a Farmers policy perk. Get Farmers, and you can get a safe driver discount simply for having a clean driving record for 3 years.
Come on. After you.
After you.
Safety first.
Get a whole lot of something with Farmers Policy Perks.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Loomis Basin Brewing Company, a proud sponsor of your Lincoln Potters. Visit them at 3277 Swetzer Road in Loomis or call 916-259-2739.
Being in the market for a new home comes with more than just buying a property. It is finding the right house in the right neighborhood in the right community. Since 2005, Lori with Frey & Associates Real Estate has lived and worked as a real estate broker in Lincoln. She is passionate about local organizations and volunteers with them as well.
She's knowledgeable, she knows, she asks a lot of questions, she gets things done.
We still learn a lot from Lori, and she's very helpful, very positive, and has been wonderful broker.
We at Frey & Associates are your local hometown realtor, and we are here for you.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Kevin Haynes is the new pitcher for the Potters as they put 5 up on the board to grab a 6-1 lead going into the top of the 5th. Haynes is a 6'4" right-hander out of Rockland, California, and Sacramento State University. He relieves Anthony Perez, who went 4 innings, gave up 4 hits and 1 run, and struck out 4. Anthony threw 66 pitches in his 4 innings, which is about what we thought he would do, and he gives way to Kevin Haynes. As Isola and Sotomayor come up with the big hits, and the Potters put 5 up on the board in the bottom of the 4th inning to lead this one 6-1. We'll start it off with Jacob Frost, the catcher, then Colin O'Driscoll and Cooper Winton, 8-9-1 for the Legends. Frost struck out looking back in the 2nd inning, so he is 0 for 1 in this one. Right-handed hitting catcher against Kevin Haynes. Working from the stretch. The fastball is fouled down the first base line right past the Potters dugout, which seems to have more and more people standing out in front of it as we go further and further into the game. Another great crowd out here, over 1,400 on this Friday night at McBean Stadium, and they're seeing the Potters put a couple of big hits up on the board. The first home run for the Potters of the summer by Aiden Isola. Haynes' fastball is lined into right field for a base hit. So Frost took that one, sent it right into right field. 5th hit for the Legends, first since the 2nd inning, and that'll bring up Colin O'Driscoll, who singled back in that 2nd inning. Left-hand hitting first baseman, or right fielder Colin O'Driscoll. I put him at first base in my fantasy team. Up here against Kevin Haynes. Fastball in there for a strike. Had a little bit of heat on that one, did Kevin Haynes. 0-1 on O'Driscoll. Top of the order, Cooper Winton on deck for the Menlo Park Legends. 2-0 on the season. Have a 45-game schedule according to Nick White, their head coach. They were a part of the CCL for a while, then they disbanded and came back just 2 years ago. Here's the 0-1. That's hit sharply down the third base line, but foul. So the left-hand hitter hits it right down the third base line, almost fair. Goes down into the dugout area. Retrieved by Ben Romano, and we're ready to go again at 0-2. So Haynes kind of bringing the heat on these, and both hitters so far going the other way with it. 0-2 on Colin O'Driscoll. Fouls it off to the left side again. That one off the screen. Cooper Winton picks it up. Very nicely, graciously hands it back to the umpire, and we're ready to go again with the new ball in play, of course. That one has to be vetted and then recycled. Runner at first, nobody out here in the 5th. That's lined foul down the left field line again. So Driscoll's getting good cuts at it. He just can't get ahead of it enough to put it into play. Picking a pretty good spot down that left field line. Still 0-2. That's fouled back to the screen again. So Haynes keeps throwing the fastball, and O'Driscoll keeps fouling it off. And we'll go again at no balls and 2 strikes. Frost opened the inning with a single to right field. He's down at first base, waiting through all these foul balls, waiting patiently, I assume. Fastball just a little bit too high. O'Driscoll let that one go. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Top of the 5th. Potters with 5 in the 4th. Grabbed a 6-1 lead. Took something off that one, and O'Driscoll still obliged by fouling it out of play. And the umpire says, I need more baseballs. These guys are wearing me out over here. One ball, 2 strikes. Fastball, call strike 3. Kept going with it, and that was a beautiful fastball by Haynes. Got himself his first strikeout. One out, and now bring up Cooper Winton, who has walked and singled. And he has himself the run batted in for the Legends back in the 2nd inning. Infield single that scored a run with the bases loaded. They tried to force the runner at 2nd and couldn't do so. That's in there for a strike, 0-1. Zach Chamiso alertly, though, even though they didn't get the run at 2nd, pivoted and threw home to get the 2nd runner, trying to score from 2nd on the play and ended the inning. High fastball, 1-1 on Cooper Winton. Aiden Isola's throw doesn't quite make it out to Kevin Haynes. And the right-hander wearing number 38 for the Potters, making his season debut. 1 ball and 1 strike now on Winton. There goes the runner, swing and a miss. The throw to second base is going to be offline and handled by the backup man, JT Maloney. And stealing second is Jacob Frost. That one had a bit of a tail on it, went all the way to the second base side. Maloney, who was the backup man, had to make the play on it and keep it from going into center field. Pitch was swung on and missed by Cooper Winton. That gets him to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fastball's fouled back to the screen. Staying alive, Nick Thompson on deck. Willie Preston, the best in the business, calls for the cowbells and gets a bunch of cowbells. So there were cowbells out there, they just weren't using them. Fastball's hit sharply down to Furry at third. He knocks it down. He's going to have to hurry across the diamond, and he does. Nice play, Trey Furry. He throws out Winton at first base. Had to get a perfectly accurate throw, and that's exactly what Trey Furry came up with. Guns it across to Sotomayor, and Winton is retired. Runner not able to advance since the ball was hit right to third base, and so Nick Thompson comes up with 2 outs and a runner at second. Thompson walked in the first, struck out in the third, so he is 0 for 1. First pitch is high from Kevin Haynes. 1-0 on Nick Thompson. Rowan Felch, the first baseman, to follow. Anthony Perez went the first 4 innings through 66 pitches, gave up 4 hits and 1 run. And now Kevin Haynes on for the Potters. 2 outs here in the 5th. That one misses high and outside, 2-0. Still a nice night for baseball out here at McBean Stadium. We're in the 5th inning. That sails high and outside. So 3-0 on Nick Thompson. Thompson has himself a fine sliding catch out in left field today. Couple of defensive gems by the Legends outfielders. .3-0 coming up from Kevin Haynes. Frost leads at second. That's high, ball 4. First base on balls issued by Kevin Haynes. Runners now at first and second, and Rowan Felch, the hitter. He struck out and popped to second. So he is 0 for 2 in this one. Out of College of San Mateo, the left-handed hitter. Steps in here. We need that shutdown inning that Stones McCoy is always talking about. When you get a couple of runs for yourself, you go out in the next half inning, got to shut down that other team. And that's what Kevin Haynes is trying to do here. That's popped out of play by Felch. Potters trying to even their record at 3-3 on this season. Legends trying to go to 3-0 as they bring the program back. Popped up, and it's going to be out of play. As we mentioned, the Legends used to be in the CCL, and they have several CCL teams on their schedule. Besides the Potters, they'll play the Sonoma Stompers and the Healdsburg Prune Packers, among others, this year. They're still playing a very difficult schedule, getting the program back up and running. 0-2 now on Felch. Alex Tobert to follow. That's lined right to second base. Nice play, JT Maloney. JT Maloney all over the place at second base. Robs Felch of a base hit and ends the top of the fifth. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Potters 6, Legends 1.
The mouth-watering Big Mac with a savory filet-o-fish and a tasty McChicken. My goodness, that looks good. Oh, you're making a McDonald's menu hack. Yes, a land, air, and sea. Oh, it's going to tip over. No, it's good. It's good. Very stable. Order the land, air, and sea by name. Build it by hand.
Placer Valley Tourism. Our mission is to increase the health of the hotel industry through occupancy and average daily rate in Roseville, Rockland, and Lincoln. Proud partner of the Potters in the 2023 West Coast World Series Tournament from August 8th to 11th.
Bottom of the fifth, Potters lead at 6-1. It'll be Ben Romano, then Brandon Springer, and JT Maloney for the Potters. Romano was up at the plate when Furry was picked off at first base to end the bottom of the fourth, so he will lead us off. He is 0 for 2 so far in this one. Jackson Snitko back for his second inning of work for the Legends, the left-hander. So here comes Romano, looking for his first hit of the summer. Takes that one on the outside corner for a strike. Out of Mendham, New Jersey, and Tulane University. A couple of Tulane players will be joining him out here. He takes that one low for a ball as soon as their regional work is done. They lost today to LSU, 7-2. But a back of a fight against the LSU Tigers. Breaking ball in there, call strike 2. That traveled through the entire strike zone on its way to the catcher's glove. Activity in the Potters bullpen. Activity just starting in the Legends bullpen. We said they used 9 pitchers a couple nights ago. That one's inside, although Nick White did say he's thinking they would go in 3-inning increments here tonight. Starting to settle down just a little bit there. Just got together a couple of days ago. 2-2 on the way. Romano takes, I guess that one wasn't a strike, even though the umpire waved his right arm. I guess it wasn't a strike because Romano goes down to first base. So he's got the base on balls, and here is Brandon Springer, who was robbed of a base hit back in the second on a line drive to center field and then walked and scored in the fourth. Out of William Jessup, big right fielder, steps in here. Lines that one out into left field. Moving over is Thompson. Reaches up and makes the catch in left center field. Medium deep, gets it back in as Springer is retired. On a fly ball to left, going to bring up J.T. Maloney, who singled and walked and made a couple of great defensive plays out in the field. So J.T. having a good all-around night out here. Out of Sac City College. Usually a shortstop. He's played third base, and today he's playing second base for the Potters. Jackson Snitko on the mound. Here's the pitch. Sails high and outside to J.T. He's followed by Jarek Curtis, the number 9 hitter in the order. Cade Sanchez, the usual second baseman, DHing today. Maloney hits it sharply foul over near the dugout for the Legends, who are doing themselves proud by having a half dozen guys right out in front. Looks like Kai Burdick is warming up for the Potters out of USF and Carlsbad, California. Big right-hander. Here's Snitko's pitch. Swinging a foul by Maloney. 1-2 on JT. Another great crowd out here. This is game number 6, and we've had 6 great crowds out here. And looking for more of the same tomorrow, Hispanic Heritage Night, and then on Sunday, Military Appreciation Day, of course. Going to be a warm day on Sunday. Come on out, sit in the covering out here, have a couple of beers, throw over to first base. Don't go crazy or anything, but, enjoy yourself is what I'm saying. Have a shaved ice, maybe ice cream and a batting helmet, something like that. There's all kinds of different options for you out here. Ball comes out of the Potters bullpen. And we have a momentary lapse. This one ball came out of the bullpen, but 3 balls went back in. So I don't know what that's about. Sometimes you don't want to look too closely at things. Romano at first, 1-2 pitch on the way to Maloney. Takes down and low. Nice block by Jacob Frost. Keeps the runner at first base and makes it 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Defense for the Legends. 2-2 pitch. High, ball 3. Thompson, Winton, and O'Driscoll in the outfield, and Frost behind the plate. Jackson Snitko, the second pitcher for Menlo Park, relieved Mickey Radonovich after 3+ innings. Swing and a miss. Runners going on the 3-2 pitch. Slides in. He's going to make it. But striking out is Maloney for the second out. Romano steals second. Scoring position for Jarek Curtis, who was walked and popped up trying to bunt back in the 4th inning against Snitko. As a first battery face, he popped the bunt up. Snitko with a diving catch. Nice play. And then Isola hit the 3-run home run right after that. So here's Curtis with Romano out there at second base. High for a ball, 1-0. Fouled off by Jarek Curtis. Evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Potters on the road next week, debuting the Potters Radio on the road, or Potters TV, whatever you want to call it. Stones Radio Network's on the road with the great Stones McCoy behind the mic. And the mysterious Riley doing the engineering. Really need to vet that kid a little bit, I think. A little more investigation on that one. That'll be Stompers on Tuesday. That's down low for a ball. Then we're back home on Wednesday. Stompers again on Thursday. Home for the West Coast Kings on Friday. And then the Stompers and Packers over the weekend. So a lot of CCL play, a lot of road games. And Stones and Riley will be on hand to bring it all to you. It's on your normal networks. That's all you got to do. Chop foul by Jarrett Curtis. A new feature this year, we take it on Potters on the Road with Stones McCoy. Everybody very excited about the prospect of doing all, I'm going to call it 60 games of the summer. 64. Don't take a game off here and there. You don't work too hard, Stones. That golden throat will start to betray you. 2-2 to Jarrett Curtis. Swing and a miss. He got him on strike. So 2 straight strikeouts by Snitko to end the 5th inning. We go to the top of the 6th. Potters lead at 6-1.
The mouth-watering Big Mac with
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
As we watch Piper's Dance Contest, it's time for the Stones McCoy Mid-Game Report, brought to you by Stones Radio Networks and featuring our own Stones McCoy. Stones, a couple of big hits. We'd like to see that.
Absolutely, and when you have the offense come alive like they did there in the 4th inning, that's a huge up, because at that point in time it was a tie ball game and it was just nothing more than a pitcher's duel.
Exactly. And the Potters came out and they got Isola with a 3-run home run, Sotomayor, and we talked about this with JP today. The Sac City kids that we've had for the beginning of the season really showing out.
Absolutely. Every team and every school that's represented here in Lincoln right now is showing out and doing and representing their school really well. Love to see what we've seen so far. I would like to talk about Anthony Perez a little bit, because I don't think we saw the best of Anthony today.
No, we didn't. He seemed to have a little bit of trouble with the strike zone early on and then settled in a little bit after that 1 inning. But I think you're right. I think he wasn't as sharp as he usually is. And look at what happened. He still goes 4 innings and gives up just 1 run.
That's what I was going to top it all off with, is that even though he didn't have his best stuff today, he kept the Potters in this game and gave them an opportunity to take a lead.
2 things before he goes, Stones. Number 1, Kai Burdick coming into the game, and he's 6'9". Number 2, another insane crowd out here.
Absolutely. I believe, if I have the number correctly, 1434 in attendance tonight.
Amazing. Thank you, Potter fans. Thank you, Stones McCoy. The Stones McCoy Mid-Game Report brought to you by Stones Radio Networks, of which Stones McCoy is the president. We're going to the top of the 6th, and we have Kai Burdick coming into the game. So Haynes goes the 1 inning, gives up 1 hit, strikes out 1, and walks 1. And here's Kai Burdick out of Carlsbad, California, and the University of San Francisco. And he will take on Alex Tolbert, Josh Quinn, and Ryan Farr, 4, 5, and 6 for the Legends here in the top of the 6th. So Haynes makes his debut, just an inning long, and now Kai Burdick, who has made a couple of appearances so far this summer. Here's Alex Tolbert, who was flied to right and flied to center. Look out, and that one hit him right in the back. And I always say look out, Stones, and it doesn't seem to ever help people. I guess maybe I don't give him enough advance warning. That one, I don't think there was any warning you could have given him. That was going right at him the whole time. So here is Josh Quinn, who has struck out looking and grounded to third, so he is over 2 with Tolbert over at first base. That one poured in there for a strike. This is Kai's 3rd appearance, 3 2/3 innings, 2 hits and 1 run so far. He's got Tolbert over at first and an 0-1 count on Josh Quinn. He takes that one and it's low. 1-1 on Quinn. Legends got their run back in the 2nd inning. Burdick's outside for a ball. 2-1. One for the Potters in the third, and then they exploded, as Stone said, 5 runs in the fourth inning, and they lead it 6-1. Tolbert over at first, nobody out here in the top of the sixth. Hit up in the air down the right field line, out of play. Potters with more bullpen activity. Nothing happening right now for the Legends. As we said, Nick White said he thought he'd go in 3-inning increments, so maybe Snitko has one more inning in him. First of 3 between these two teams over the weekend. 2-2 coming up. In the dirt, nice block by Isola. Full count, 3-2. That one's hit well out to left field. Backing up in left field, looking up, and that one is out of here. A 2-run home run by Josh Quinn, and all of a sudden it's 6-3 in favor of the Potters as Tolbert scores ahead of Josh Quinn. So a hit batter and a home run. We've got a couple of home runs tonight, and Quinn hits it out of here in left field. Mono went back, but they ran out of room rather quickly. So 2 runs in quickly, and a now 6-3 score. And here's Ryan Farr, who singled and been hit by a pitch. First pitch bounces in front of the plate, goes all the way back to the screen. 1-0 on Ryan Farr. Out of Cal Lutheran, Ryan Farr. Fastball in there for a strike, evens the count 1-1. Two quick runs for the Legends here in the top of the sixth. Cutting into that lead. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Farr went after one high and inside there. Wasn't really committed to his own swing. Steps out. Gets time from the umpire. One-two coming up from Kai Burdick. Goes all the way back to the screen. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Still trying to get the first out here in the top of the 6th inning. Potters entered the inning with a 5-run lead. It is now 3 after the Quinn 2-run home run. That is down in the dirt. Makes it 3 balls and 2 strikes. Anthony Nanez to follow, the second baseman. He is 1 for 2 tonight. Chopped down to third. That is a fair ball. It's going to be a tough play for Furry. He tries to bounce it across the diamond. It gets away at first base, and rounding up and going into second base will be Ryan Farr. So it's an infield single and an error on the throw, allowing him to get to second base. First error for the Potters tonight, and it puts Farr out in scoring position with nobody out. And it brings up Anthony Nanez, and I thought we saw somebody come out of the dugout, but that was just the catcher who was backing up first base, Aiden Isola. And he's going to go out and talk to Kai Burdick. Not going to make the play. Not going to get him at first base anyway. Furry had to back up deep behind third on the line. And he tried to skip it across the diamond to get it to first base and got past Sotomayor over at first base. And Isola going to get called by the umpire for too long a meeting. And he's got to come back behind the plate as the Dueling Dogs batter Anthony Nanez comes up. He singled to right back in the second, flied to right in the fourth. So he is 1 for 2 out of San Francisco State University. Right-handed hitter settles in with Farr at second base. Still nobody out here in the top of the 6th. That gets through Isola underneath his glove. Going to third base is Farr on the wild pitch. And he is 90 feet away now with still nobody out and a 1-0 count on Anthony Nunez. Got some good barking going on today, I will say that. Willie's upgraded his barking style. I don't like it when he freelances, though. That's chopped, very slow chopper, going to be picked up by Furry. He's going to have to hurry to first base, makes a nice throw on the run, and gets him at first base. No advancement by Ryan Farr. So 1 out now, and that'll bring up Jacob Frost. The catcher struck out looking back in the second and singled in the fifth, so he is 1 for 2. That's chopped foul. 0-1 on Jacob Frost. Colin O'Driscoll, the number 9 hitter on deck. Down at third is Ryan Farr, 2 runs in the inning. Fastball just misses that outside corner. Warming up in the Potter pen, Woody Brennan, number 35. Out of Rockland, California, and Cuesta College. 1 ball and 1 strike now on Frost. Swinging a miss at a fastball, 1-2. Isola again throwing it, and it bounces back to the pitcher. And if I know his brother Alex and he sees that, he will not like that. 1-2 on Frost. He'll like the home run, but he won't like that. Burdick comes set. Farr leads at third. Fastball. Call, strike 3. Big pitch by Kai Burdick there to get Frost on strikes. And that'll leave it all up to Colin O'Driscoll, who has singled and struck out looking. So Colin is 1 for 2 in this one. Playing right field for the Legends. That's 6'1", 6'2", left-handed hitter. Farr still over at third. Swinging a foul into the catcher's glove there. 0-1 on Colin O'Driscoll. Top of the 6th here from McBean Stadium. Potters with the 6-3 lead. Couple of big flies, one for the Potters, Aiden Isola, one for the Legends, Josh Quinn. 0-1 sails outside. 1-1 on O'Driscoll. Cooper Winton, the leadoff hitter, the center fielder on deck. Swing and a miss again. Good fastball by Burdick. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Furry, Chamiso, Maloney, and Sotomayor on the inner defense. Romano, Curtis, and Springer in the outfield, and Aiden Isola behind the plate for the Potters. Kai Burdick, the third pitcher for Lincoln. 1-2 coming up. Swing and a miss. He got him on strike, so got him a third, but kept him there. 2 runs on 2 hits and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Potters 6, Legends 3.
It begins on the farm, where hard work breeds motivation. Care is taken under watchful eyes. With new growth comes inspiration, where playtime is mandatory. Welcome to Dueling Dogs Brewing Company. Meet the Stevens, a husband and wife who work hand in hand to craft exclusive small batch beer, mead, and cider. Using locally sourced ingredients to ensure freshness in every glass. Where a community of farmers, local artisans, and amazing food make for a truly inspired atmosphere. the end of the day, we know the value of hard work. The families it unites, it's in the pride we take, the stories we tell, and the best friends who are cherished. Dueling Dogs Brewing Company.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Jackson Sitko back out for the Legends, and now he is just down by 3 as he faces the top of the Potters order in the bottom of the 6th. Aiden Isola, Zach Chamiso, and Kate Sanchez. Potters with 1 in the 3rd, 5 in the 4th. Legends had 1 in the 2nd. They came up with 2 in the top of the 6th on the Josh Quinn home run. And speaking of home runs, Aiden Isola will lead us off. Last time at the plate, he hit a 3-run home run, the first Potter home run of the season. He was also hit by a pitch in the 1st and flied to center in the 2nd. Outside for a ball. 1-0 on Aiden out of Sac City College by way of Granite Bay High School. Followed by Chamiso and Sanchez. High again, 2-0. Nico coming nowhere near Aiden Isola on those 2 pitches. Two and 0. 3-0. Isola looks down at JP, and JP says, I don't think he's going to throw you a strike. That was how I interpreted the signs anyway. Snitko from the windup, the left-hander delivers. Ball 4. Second free pass of the day for Isola. He was hit by a pitch in the 1st inning, so not really free, but he's on for the 3rd time nonetheless. And here's Zach Chamiso, who was flied to center and walked twice and scored twice. I mean, you get the mound, and the umpires are going, it's getting late. I don't think I'm going to stand for this anymore, as he almost followed Jacob Frost out to the pitcher's mound. And you could tell that meeting wasn't going to last very long. And here's Chamiso. 0 for 1, 2 runs scored. 0 for 1 last night, and he drove in 2 runs. Or 0 for 2 last night, and he drove in 2 runs and scored 1. So he is filling up the stat sheet, looking for his first hit, though. Here's the pitch. Grounded down the first base line. Nice play by Froch at first base. Throws to second for the tag, but not in time. Ryan Felsch over at first base, an excellent catch. A backhand, steps on first base, throws to second. Isola running on the hit, of course, slides in safely. But Chamiso is retired. And another fine defensive play by the Legends. That's about 3 or 4 of them they've pulled out so far today. And again, if Isola isn't moving quickly on that one, he's probably thrown out at second base because Felsch has an excellent arm and got it to Josh Quinn. So at second base now, Isola, 1 out in Kate Sanchez, who has a couple of singles and a walk today. At the plate. He takes in there for a strike, 0-1. Anthony Nenez, the second baseman, is kind of shadowing over to keep Aiden Isola close, leaving a nice hole at second base there for Kate Sanchez. His last base hit was a blooper down the right field line that fell in between 3 guys. He lines that one into right center field, moving over the right fielder, and he makes the catch. That is O'Driscoll. Tagging and going to third and beating the throw is Aiden Isola. So hit the ball well, did Kate Sanchez, but caught out there by Colin O'Driscoll for the second out. And now Levi Sotomayor comes up, and the last time he was up, he had a 2-run double. Sacrifice fly in the 3rd, fielder's choice in the 1st, so 1 for 2 with 3 runs batted in this one for Levi. He's driven in 3, and Aiden Isola has driven in 3. Levi came into the game with a .435 average for the summer. And he's up here with a chance to bring in another run here. Pops it up left field line. A long run for Thompson. He's going to not be able to get there, and it's a foul ball. Thompson's pretty fast out there, but he was playing basically straight away left field, and that one slicing away from him landed in the bullpen. So it'll be Sotomayor again with an 0-1 count on him. No balls, 1 strike. Sotomayor waits for Snitko's delivery. Slices it foul again, this time out of play, so Thompson's not going to have to run after that one. Saves himself some energy, and it's 0-2 on Levi Sotomayor with Trey Furry to follow. It's only a third and 2 outs here in the 6th. Potters looking to add something on as their lead is down to 3. That is just misses outside. Snitko did not agree, and Sotomayor is still up by the hair of his chinny chin chin. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Straight away and deep for the outfield for the Legends. Sotomayor hits one out into short right center field. That looks like it's going to be caught out there by Cooper Minton. Cooper Winton made a move out there. He was in left center field, got underneath that one in right center field, and made the catch. Another good play by the Legends. We go to the 7th. Potters lead at 6-3.
And we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Woody Brennan, the new pitcher for the Potters, as we go into the 7th inning. Woody, 6'5", out of Rockland, California, Cuesta College. The right-hander comes in. He is the 4th pitcher. Anthony Perez started, then Kevin Haynes, Kai Burdick, and now Woody Brennan. He'll face the top of the order. Cooper Winton, Nick Thompson, and Rowan Felsch for the Legends. Hey, the Legends have shown me a lot of defensive prowess out there. Winton plays a very good center field. Felsch over at first base is sure-handed. And Thompson also in left field. First pitch is outside from Brennan. That fly ball by Sotomayor could easily have fallen in, but Winton on the move. The crack of the bat makes the catch and makes it look easy. 1-0 to Cooper. He fouls that one down the left field line off the screen, and it bounces right back out to Woody Brennan. He says, I don't know. I'll give you another one. I kind of don't like that one. Anthony Perez went the first 4 innings for the Potters, gave up 4 hits, just 1 run, and struck out 4. He's on the hook to be the winner if the Potters can hold on to this lead as we move into this 7th inning. Left-hand hitting Winton ready as Brennan delivers. Fastball just misses outside, 2-1. Nick Thompson to follow, then Rowan Felsch. Little cry for cowbell from Willie, and for Woody. And he got a little bit of response. Swing and a miss off-speed pitch. Well done by Woody. 2-2. Aiden Isola behind the plate for the Potters tonight, giving the signs to Woody Brennan. 2-2 pitches, chopped foul down the first baseline over by the Potters dugout. Didn't endanger anybody over there, as wasn't hit that hard. I don't know, there's about a half dozen guys over there hanging out. Probably just the coaches and stuff. Potters still waiting for players who are playing in the regionals in the Division I baseball playoffs this weekend. Swing and a miss. He got him on strikes. Nice pitch by Woody Brennan. One out, and Nick Thompson will be the next hitter. Trace Wilhoit, remember Trace Wilhoit, the Colonel, playing for Lipscomb. They went and they had to take on Clemson at Clemson, and they were giving them all they could. They were up 4-3 in about the fifth inning, but Clemson came out on the tall side, 12-5. But you know, our best to the Colonel. He's doing great things at Lipscomb. Here's Thompson. Takes the first pitch down low for a ball. Nick has walked, struck out, and walked again, so he is 0 for 1, reached base twice. We saw Drew Stahl playing for Oral Roberts get a base hit in their game. Of course, Garrett Forrester from Oregon State. Eddie Park at Stanford. All kinds of guys. That one is outside for a ball, 2-0 to Nick Thompson. Almost too many to mention now. Nolan McCarthy at Kentucky. Chase Stanky at Kentucky. Love Chase Stanky. 2-0. Fouled out of play. And Nolan McCarthy. You know I love Nolan McCarthy. Got the Kalamazoo Grizzlies jersey from him. I mean, come on. 2-1 on Nick Thompson. Not one of the Thompson twins, in case you were wondering. Big breaking ball misses high, 3-1. So Brennan in danger of losing Nick Thompson here with one out in the seventh inning. And that is ball 4 down low. So Thompson walks for the third time today. He is at first base with Rowan Felch coming to the plate, who has struck out, popped to second, and lined to second. So Rowan is 0 for 3. Left-hand hitting first baseman against the right-hander Woody Brennan. There goes the runner, pitches outside. The throw is on a bounce to second base, and it gets away, and getting up and going down to third will be Nick Thompson as it's retrieved in right center field by Curtis. He's going to come all the way to the plate. The throw is going to have him by 2 steps. He's tagged out as Curtis picks it up and guns it to home plate. So not a good decision by Nick Thompson. He got to third. He tried to get a little too greedy, and the Potters cut him down. The third runner, I believe the Potters have cut down at the plate today, and that's a big break for Woody Brennan and the Potters as Thompson is eventually out as he gets a stolen base, goes to third on the air and tries to score and is thrown out by the center fielder. Brennan's next pitch is in there for a strike. I think that evens the count at 1-1. Yes, it does. So break for the Potters in that one as Thompson would have had himself at third base with just one out. Swing and a foul into the catcher's glove. 1-2. Looks like Jack Ten Bosch is warming up for the Legends in their pen. Perhaps we'll see them as Simcoe has gone 3 innings, and that's what Coach White was telling us today, that going to get guys in 3-inning increments tonight. Here's the 1-2. Just a little bit outside. 2-2 on Rowan Felch. So Brandon Springer, Zach Chamiso, and now Jarrett Curtis have all thrown runners out at home for the Potters today, and that's the 3 runs that separate the 2 teams here in the top of the 7th. That's line foul, way foul down the right field line. A breaking ball in on the left-hand hitting Felch, and he turned on it. Two and two on Rowan. Fouled again. So we'll do it all over again. Rowan out of the College of San Mateo, CSM, as he steps in against Woody Brennan from Cuesta College. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. That's high and outside. So we worked the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Alex Tolbert the big DH, is on deck. Legends have won their first 2 games of the season by scores of 12-6 and 8-6. They trailed this one 6-3. 3-2 pitch. Hit sharply but foul down the first base line into the bullpen area for the Potters. And we'll do it again at 3-2 on Rowan Felsch. From the stretch, Woody Brennan, 3-2 pitch. Inside, ball 4. Second walk of the inning. And here's Alex Tolbert, who was flied to right, flied to center, and been hit by a pitch, and he scored on the Josh Quinn home run. Quinn moves out on deck. Tolbert out of Jameson College. Right-handed hitter, waits for the next one, and he hits it. Big hopper up in the air, but foul to Trey Furry. Big bouncer that no one would have been able to throw anybody out on by the time it came down. Tolbert was already well past first base by the time Trey got to it. But he's going to have to come all the way back, as it is a foul ball. (0-1) on Tolbert. 0 for 2 with a run scored for Alex. Willie Preston, the best in the business, calling for the cowbells. And the young lady in front of us, of course, has to respond loudly, of course. That's how it works. 0-1 pitch. Outside. Felsch was bluffing down at first like he was going to take off, but he didn't. 1 ball and 1 strike on Alex Tolbert here in the top of the 7th. High fly ball left field. Moving back is Romano all the way back to the fence. And he can't get it. It's over his head against the fence. Here comes 1 run in to score, and Tolbert's going to end up at second base. Went all the way back to the fence. It hits off the fence. Tolbert gets credit for a double and an RBI. Felsch is going to score. It's now 6-4 in favor of the Potters. And here's Josh Quinn, who the last time up hit a 2-run home run to left field. That one was very, very high, going out to left field for Tolbert. And he and Zach Chamiso look like they're chatting about it right now. As here comes Quinn, who struck out looking, grounded to third, and hit a 2-run home run. So he is 1 for 3 in this one. Swings and misses at a high fastball inside for 0-1 from Woody Brennan. So 6-4 now in favor of the Potters. And a runner in scoring position out at second base, and the umpire asked for time as I think the ball got out of the... Oh, they're going to maybe get a pinch runner in for Alex Tolbert. The last name is Zertuche, Zertuche, but I don't have a first name. That's well said. Willie just says last name Vertuche. That's why you do it. That's the way you do it. Quinn lines it into center field. Curtis seems to have a beat on it, and Jarek makes the catch for the out. So 1 run, 1 hit, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Potters clinging to a 6-4 lead.
Have you ever wondered, what is CMN? I thought so. Let me help. CMN stands for Children's Miracle Network, a non-profit organization that raises money for children's hospitals. Locally, UC Davis Children's Hospital is your CMN hospital, the only one in our area. It is a nationally ranked comprehensive children's hospital that provides the highest quality of care to pediatric patients like me. How is this level of care possible? With help from CMN donations. CMN teamed with corporate partners and community donors to fundraise for things like equipment, research, and patient care. All money raised locally during campaigns like this stays local to support children treated at UC Davis Children's Hospital. Sick and injured kids can't wait to get the care they need. And thanks to generous donors, partners, and fundraisers like you, we don't have to. Please give wherever you see the Miracle Balloon, and thank you for supporting CMN at UC Davis.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
6-4, bottom of the 7th inning. Jack Ten Bosch coming in for the Menlo Park Legends, wearing number 4, right-hander. And he comes in with his team trailing just 6-4, and he'll face Trey Furry, then Ben Romano and Brandon Springer, the 5, 6, and 7 in the Lincoln Potters order. Still getting the warm-up tosses as we did the stretch, the 7th inning stretch. JP getting ready. He'll go in front of your camera right now, going out to third base to take over his coaching spot. So Radonovich went the first 3+, gave up 2 hits and 3 runs. Then Snitko, 3 innings, 4 hits and 3 runs. And now Jack Ten Bosch for the Legends, who fell down 6-1 and have crawled back to 6-4 as we go to the bottom of the 7th. So Potters would do well to add a couple on here and there to lengthen that lead just a little bit. Furry has hit into a fielder's choice, popped to short, and singled, so he is 1 for 3 in this one. Out of Folsom Lake College, Trey Furry, right-handed hitter, takes the first pitch on the outside corner, 0-1. Bounce House has done a lot of work today. A lot of good work on the Bounce House today. Furry takes that one outside. I think that might be Brick and Barrel Backyard, Bounce House. We might have equal patronage on those two today. One's more lucrative, I'll give you that. But still. Furry steps out with a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Takes outside again, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike on Trey Furry, leading off the bottom of the 7th for the Potters. Looking for their 3rd win of the season. Both teams looking actually for their 3rd win of the season. Furry pops that one up down the left field line. Giving chase the shortstop is Quinn. He goes all the way over to the grassy knoll, and it's on the grassy knoll. Makes it 2 balls and 2 strikes on Trey Furry. That Stone said over 1,400 fans, and I'm saying like 80% of them still in the stands here. You know, it gets late. Sometimes some people take off, but most have stayed. Look out, that one's over the head of Trey Furry as he heeds my advice and ducks, so he probably did hear me. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Check swing inside and low, and Furry gets a base on balls, reaches base his 2nd time today. He's down there with nobody out, and here's Ben Romano, as we talked about. The Potters well advised to add a run or 2 here in the 7th inning to pad that lead just a touch. Romano has hit into a fielder's choice, grounded to 3rd, and walked himself. So he is 0 for 2. He's looking for his first hit as a Potter out of Windham, New Jersey. Takes that one in there for a call strike, 0-1. So Jack Ten Bosch, the 3rd pitcher for the Menlo Park Legends. And if Coach White is to be believed, he'll go the rest of the game. Long fly ball by Romano, deep left field. Look up, forget about it. Ben Romano gets his first hit, and it's a big one, and it's one the Potters really needed as they make it an 8-4 ball game. He knew that one, and that one had to feel good. I think his bat flip might have gone as far as the ball itself as Ben Romano comes up big, a 2-run home run. Potters now 8-4 over the Legends. That one, our new track man tells us that one was 405 feet for Ben Romano. And we didn't need a track man because I could have told you that. Next one is a ball to Brandon Springer. Did we get a number on Aiden Isolas back in the day? Call the peeps and see if you can dig that up from the files. Now that you got me all excited about it, I want to know. Swinging a foul by Springer. Evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. That's nice that your first hit on a team in Summer League is just a no-doubt dinger, as we used to call him. No doubt dinger. Springer with a couple flyouts and a walk today. He's hit the ball well. Nothing to show for it, and he's now ahead 2 balls and 1 strike in the count. That is inside for a ball, so Springer works the count to 3-1. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. The Potters now leading 8-4. JT Maloney to follow, and then Jarek Curtis for the Potters here in the 7th. That's sails high and outside. Springer's got himself his second walk of the game. He'll go down to first base. And here's JT Maloney, who singled, walked, and struck out, so JT is 1 for 2. Quick activity in the Legends bullpen. They're going to get somebody up and stretching over there. Coach White looking over his options. Here's JT out of Sac City College. Scored a run back in the 4th. Look out, that one is going to hit him right in the back. And he'll go down to first base. Moving to second will be Springer. And that will bring up Jarek Curtis with nobody out and 2 men on here in the 7th. So the Potters needed to do something in the 7th after the Legends cut it 6-4, and Romano took care of that. And now 2 on, and we're going to have a meeting at the mound, and we'll step away for just a second. Big inning for the Potters right now, bottom of the 7th. They lead 8-4.
It's all you.
No, I insist.
It's your turn.
Nope, I think it's your turn.
I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Go.
I appreciate your appreciation. It fills me.
Safe drivers save money with Farmers.
Just for driving safely?
It's a Farmers policy perk. Get Farmers and you can get a safe driver discount simply for having a clean driving record for 3 years.
Come on. After you.
After you.
Safety first.
Get a whole lot of something with Farmers policy perks.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Welcome back, Olympia's 5th grade orchestra.
Perhaps there's no place like your home because you made it so at R.C. Willey.
Pretty long meeting at the mound. The umpire finally has had enough, went out and broke it up. And the Legends will disperse to their respective defensive positions as Jack Ten Bosch will have to face Jarek Curtis, who's up with 2 on and nobody out here in the 7th. Curtis takes down low for a ball. 1-0 on Jarek out of Cypress, Texas. Texas Tech University. Right-hand hitting center fielder, hitting the number 9 spot for Lincoln tonight. Inside for a ball. 2-0. Curtis ahead 3 balls and no strikes now. Aiden Isola is next. And he wouldn't mind coming up with the bases loaded, feeling the way he is. As Ten Bosch has come back from 3-0. You get to a full count status. Springer at second, Maloney at first. Inside, ball 4. So 2 walks and a hit batter. 3 straight free passes after the home run by Romano. The bases are now loaded. And here's Aiden Isola. Hit by a pitch in the first, hit a hard line drive to center in the second, made us feel like he was on the verge. Then he hit a 3-run home run in the 4th and walked in the 6th. Zach Chamiso on deck. Still nobody out here in the 7th. Potters have already scored twice. Isola takes inside corner, call strike. 0-1. Arzola pops it up on the infield. Going to be an infield fly. And shortstop Josh Quinn calls for it. Makes the catch. So Isola is retired on the pop-up to shortstop, and here's Zach Chamiso, who has flied to center, walked twice, and grounded hard to first base on a fine play over there by Felsch. So Zach looking for his first hit. Ben Romano did it with a home run. Let's see if Zach can do the same. He takes a fastball in there for a strike, 0-1. Cade Sanchez to follow, the number 3 hitter. Right now it's all about Zach Chamiso. Pops it up on the infield. It's going to be Quinn again. Infield fly is called, and Chamiso is retired. So bases loaded, nobody out. 2 straight pop-ups to shortstop, and now it's all up to Cade Sanchez. Sanchez walked, singled, and flied to right. So he is 2 for 3 in this one. Came in hitting .300. With 6 runs batted in. That one's in the dirt for a ball. Nice block by Frost behind the plate. 1 ball and no strikes on Cade Sanchez from Houston, Texas. Tied for the team lead with 6 runs batted in. That one is high for a ball, 2-0. Make that 3-0 on Cade Sanchez, and he can grab the lead with a base on balls walk, or a bases loaded walk here. I don't think that's the way Cade wants to get it done, though. Sails high, ball 4. Really no choice there as he is going to take the base on balls, get the RBI. Scoring is Springer. 3rd run of the inning for the Potters. Bases are still loaded, and that'll bring up Levi Sotomayor, who has hit it to a fielder's choice at a sacrifice fly, a 2-run double, and a fly out to center field on a fine play by Winton in center field. So Levi is 1 for 3 with 3 runs batted in, and he's up here now with the bases loaded. He lines it into right field. That's going to be a base hit. Here comes 1 run. Here comes the 2nd run. The ball is returned into the infield. Sliding head first across home plate is Jarrett Curtis. It's a 2-run single for Levi. 5 runs batted in on the day, and the Potters lead 10-4. Scoring is Maloney. Scoring is Curtis. Going to 3rd is Cade Sanchez and Sotomayor as the Potters have batted around, and here's Trey Furry. Started it all off with a walk a long time ago. It's 11-4, my bad. That's popped out of play. Forgot to walk before the 2-run single. Well done, Stones McCoy. Throw over to first base, and Sotomayor is back. Check swing down low for a ball. Line drive, base hit center field. Here comes 1 run in, and rounding second and holding on is Sotomayor. Now 12-4 in favor of the Potters as Furry wraps a base in, gets himself an RBI as well. Sanchez scores. Sotomayor stays at second base. It's an RBI for Furry. And we're going to have a pitching change for the Legends, and we'll step away as the Potters are breaking this one open. They leave it 12-4.
Placer Valley Tourism. Our mission is to increase the health of the hotel industry through occupancy and average daily rate in Roseville, Rockland, and Lincoln. Proud partner of the Potters in the 2023 West Coast World Series Tournament from August 8th to 11th.
Have you ever wondered, what is CMN? I thought so. Let me help. CMN stands for Children's Miracle Network, a non-profit organization that raises money for children's hospitals. Locally, UC Davis Children's Hospital is your CMN hospital, the only one in our area. It is a nationally ranked comprehensive children's hospital that provides the highest quality of care to pediatric patients like me. How is this level of care possible? With help from CMN donations. CMN teamed with corporate partners and community donors to fundraise for things like equipment, research, and patient care. All money raised locally during campaigns like this stays local to support children treated at UC Davis Children's Hospital. Sick and injured kids can't wait to get the care they need. And thanks to generous donors, partners, and fundraisers like you, we don't have to. Please give wherever you see the Miracle Balloon, and thank you for supporting CMN at UC Davis.
Left-hander Rand is going to be pitching for the Legends. We apologize not for having the first name, but exhaustive research has not yielded for me yet. And we are going to have Ben Romano is scheduled to be the hitter, and since he had a home run last time, I say he stays in there. That's just me. I'm not telling JP how to do his work. 6 runs in the inning for the Potters. Here's the first pitch to Romano. It's down low for a ball from Rand. A couple of pinch hitters, and we think Drew Andrews is one of them. One ball and no strikes to Ben Romano. Inside for a ball. Ben, let's see what he's done today. Fielder's choice, ground to third, walk. Oh, yeah, a 2-run home run in this very inning, as the Potters have taken a 6-4 lead and turned it into 12-4. Don McGrella, I think, is the runner at second base. So he is in for Sotomayor. Three and 0 to Ben Romano. Takes that one right down the middle. 3 balls and 1 strike. Rand checks second. Here's the 3-1. Inside. And Romano goes down to first base. So Andrews is running for Furry, and Agrella is running for Sotomayor. So Romano runs for himself, and then now Brandon Springer. Bases are loaded again for the Potters, and here's Springer, who's walked twice and flied out twice. Takes that fastball on the outside corner for a strike on 1. 6 runs on just 3 hits for the Potters in this inning. Outside to Brandon Springer. Right fielder out of William Jessup. A 1 ball and 1 strike count. Two balls and a strike on Brandon Springer. Down low for a ball. 3-1 on Brandon Springer. 3-1 on Springer to follow J.T. Maloney. Bases are loaded here in the 7th. Potters have scored 6 times. That's high, ball 4. The Springer gets the base on balls. He'll pick up an RBI. Agrella will score. Moving to third is Andrews. Romano now at second, and here's J.T. Maloney. 7 runs for the Potters here in the 7th inning. So it's J.T. Maloney. That is down in the dirt for a ball. He has singled, walked, struck out, and been hit by a pitch. Has scored twice, has J.T. Maloney in this one. Rand comes set. Here's the pitch. Maloney hits it sharply down the third base line. That's a fair ball into the corner. 1 run will score. Here comes the second one. And Springer's going to hold at second base. It's a 2-run single for J.T. Maloney, and the Potters stretch their lead now 13-4. Make that 15-4. Springer stayed at second. I have 15-4. Everybody's telling me 14. I'm going to listen to them because they're young people with nimble brains. Pop up from Curtis. And catch is made by the second baseman, Nenez, in short center field. So 9 runs for the Potters in the inning at the end of 7. Potters 15, Legends 4.
Loomis Basin Brewing Company, a proud sponsor of your Lincoln Potters. Visit them at 3277 Swetzer Road in Loomis or call 916-259-2739.
Have you ever wondered, what is CMN? I thought so. Let me help. CMN stands for Children's Miracle Network, a non-profit organization that raises money for children's hospitals. Locally, UC Davis Children's Hospital is your CMN hospital, the only one in our area. It is a nationally ranked comprehensive children's hospital that provides the highest quality of care to pediatric patients like me. How is this level of care possible? With help from CMN donations. CMN teamed with corporate partners and community donors to fundraise for things like equipment, research, and patient care. All money raised locally during campaigns like this stays local to support children treated at UC Davis Children's Hospital. Sick and injured kids can't wait to get the care they need. And thanks to generous donors, partners, and fundraisers like you, we don't have to. Please give wherever you see the Miracle Balloon, and thank you for supporting CMN at UC Davis.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
So Potters get 9 in the 7th. They lead at 15-4. Dom Agrella takes over at first base. Drew Andrews over at third. And on the mound, it's Devin Martin, the right-hander out of Sierra College. He will become the 5th Potters pitcher. Anthony Perez went the first 4, and then 1 inning apiece for Haynes, Burdick, and Brennan. And now here's Devin Martin. He will face Ryan Farr, Anthony Nenez, and Jacob Frost, 6, 7, and 8. And the Potters 50-50 winner just donated it back to the cause. So hero, real American hero right there. Well done, young lady. Potters had the lead get down to 6-4. They had to do something, and a bunch of big hits in that inning. The biggest maybe the Ben Romano 2-run home run. So we're ready to go. In the top of the 8th now, and Devin Martin is taken over. Ryan Farr scheduled to be the hitter here. Swing and a miss, and that is Ryan Farr at the plate. He has singled twice and been hit by a pitch, so he's been on base all 3 times, has Ryan Farr. Fouls that one back to the screen so quickly. 0-2 from Devin Martin. Oh, and 2. High fastball just misses up there by Martin. Farr lets it go. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Breaking ball, call strike 3. So Farr is finally retired on the breaking ball from Devin Martin. 1 out here, and that'll bring up Anthony Nunez, the second baseman. Anthony out of San Francisco State University has singled, flied to right, and grounded to third. So he is 1 for 3 today. Swinging a miss. Martin looking strong out there, throwing the ball hard. 0-1 on Nunez. Reminder, tomorrow night, Hispanic Heritage Night out here, 6:35 first pitch. These same 2 teams and the same 2 teams on Sunday for Military Appreciation Day. 105 on that one. Fastball just misses that outside corner. 6:35 tomorrow night, 105 on Sunday. We thank all of you who have come out already to Lincoln Potters Baseball and checked it out on our various YouTubes, Lincoln Potters and Stones Radio Networks. Swinging a miss by Nunez. 1 and 2, getting really good numbers both in attendance and in viewership, and we thank you. But nothing like coming out to the ball game out here in McMean Stadium. Especially tomorrow, Hispanic Heritage Night's always a blast. 1-2 pitch. Look out inside, ball 2. 2-2 on Nunez. Jacob Frost, the catcher, scheduled next. Breaking ball just a little bit too high. Ball 3. Scoreboard says 4-2, but I don't think that's correct. So we'll call it 3-2. That's ball just a little bit inside, and he loses to Nez. He gets the base on balls. So he's down at first with 1 out, and Jacob Frost, the hitter. He struck out twice and singled as the catcher. Out of Cal State East Bay, Jacob Frost. Swing and a miss at a high fastball. Oh, and 1. Colin O'Driscoll, the right fielder, up next. That's down in the dirt, blocked by Isola. 1-1. Potters with 1 in the third and then 5 in the fourth and a big 9 spot in the bottom of the 7th. Martin's pitch in there. Call strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Frost singled in the in the 5th inning. Struck out in the second and in the 6th. 1-2 pitch is chopped down to third base. Andrews has is going to go to second for 1 over to first. They're not going to make the throw, but it's a nice play from Andrews. Getting the force at second on Nunez. Frost will stay at first base with the fielder's choice. 2 outs, and that'll bring up Colin O'Driscoll. Left-hand hitting right fielder has singled and struck out twice. So he is 1 for 3 in this one. Up here against Devin Martin with 2 outs in the top of the 8th. Fastball just a little bit outside. 1-0 on O'Driscoll. That one is down low for a ball. Fouled out of play. I believe that makes the count 1 and 2. We have 2 and 1 on the scoreboard. I think it's 1 and 2. We see if the umpire will flash the sign for us. Yes, he does. Devin Martin, the 5th pitcher for the Potters tonight. That one sails outside. Check at the runner at first base, the pitch. Outside, and that is ball. No, that's, yeah, it was ball 4. Okay, so that wasn't 2 and 2. Okay, sorry about that. That's my fault. Driscoll walks. Going to second is Frost, and that'll bring up Cooper Winton, the leadoff hitter. He's walked, singled, grounded out, and struck out. So Cooper is 1 for 3 today. Has an RBI back in the second inning. First pitch is in there for a call strike. Nice fastball by Devin Martin. That's a high fastball. 1-1 by Cooper Winton. That loads the bases with 2 outs for the Legends and brings up Nick Thompson. And now I think it doesn't bring up Nick Thompson because that is not Nick Thompson. He is a large human being. That's Danny Peters. I like when they pinch hit a guy who's like 5'8" for a guy who's 6'5", and I know that's not the same guy. Okay, I've been watching the whole game. That's not the same guy. So it's Danny Peters coming in. Batting for Thompson. First pitch is in there for a call strike. Thompson had 1 official at bat and 3 walks. So he was 0 for 1. 0-1 on Peters. That's fouled out of play. Quickly 0-2 on Danny Peters. Bases loaded here in the 8th inning. Potters with the 15-4 lead. Devin Martin trying to get out of here with a clean inning and get the Potters back into the dugout. That's in the dirt. 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes. Fastball is fouled away over to our right, so he stays alive. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Two walks and a bunt single have loaded the bases for the Legends. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball, line drive into left field. That's down for a base hit. 1 run's going to score. Cut off and bobbled out in left field. And here comes the second run. The third run, they're thinking about going, and Winton's going to go back and stay at third base. So Peters delivers a 2-run single for the Legends. They've cut the lead to 15-6 now. And here's Rowan Felsch. He struck out, popped out, lined out, and walked and scored back in the 7th. So Peters came on and delivered a line drive into left center field. Check swing, and it's a foul ball by Felsch. 0-1. Next pitch is right down the middle, strike 2. 0-2 to Felsch. He walked around. I think he was a little upset with himself on that one, that the ball came right down the middle and he let it go. Fastball swung on and missed. 2 runs on 1 hit. 2 left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Potters 15, Legends 6.
It begins on the farm, where hard work breeds motivation. Care is taken under watchful eyes. With new growth comes inspiration, where playtime is mandatory. Welcome to Dueling Dogs Brewing Company. Meet the Stevens, a husband and wife who work hand in hand to craft exclusive small batch beer, mead, and cider. Using locally sourced ingredients to ensure freshness in every glass. Where a community of farmers, local artisans, and amazing food make for a truly inspired atmosphere. At the end of the day, we know the value of hard work. The families it unites, it's in the pride we take, the stories we tell, and the best friends who are cherished. Dueling Dogs Brewing Company.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
We are in the bottom of the 8th inning. It looks like the new pitcher is Murphy for the Legends. Number 33, Murphy. We will endeavor to find out more information about Mr. Murphy, but right now he is the pitcher. Big right-hander, delivering his warm-up tosses at a considerable speed, and he will face the top of the Potters order, scheduled anyway. Aiden Isola says he will go first, and then Zach Chamiso and Cade Sanchez. As we are in the bottom of the 8th inning, the Potters with a nice 15-6 lead. On 90s night here, and they're ahead by 9 runs. That has no bearing on anything, but thanks, Stones, for giving me the proper reaction. I appreciate that. Good partnership right there. Here's Aiden Isola, hit by a pitch in the first, fly to center in the second, 3-run home run in the fourth, walk in the sixth, and then a pop out in the seventh. So 1 for 3, 3 runs batted in, 1 run scored for Aiden Isola so far in this one. And he's up here against Mr. Murphy. Very tall, thin right-hander. Fastball at a considerable speed in there for a strike. Swinging and a miss by Isola, 0-2. All this mechanical, technical equipment we got in here, and we ask him, how fast was that? It looked fast to me. I don't know if that's the way, that's really what we're trying to get out of the equipment. How far was that home run? Really far. Look out, and that's going to hit Isola in the back, and that's going to sting a bit. That one's going to sting a bit. Aiden's like, maybe don't hit me square in the back would be fun with the, I'm going to say 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Here's Zach Chamiso. Second time he's been hit by, so Aiden kind of bookmarked his day with a hit by pitch in the first and a hit by pitch in the 8th. And I don't think he's looking at it that way. Chamiso watches it high and outside for a ball, 1-0. Zach has flied to center, walked again, grounded out to first, and popped to short. Fastball misses again, 2-0 on Zach Chamiso out of Lincoln High and Sierra College, headed to UC Riverside in the fall. Outside, ball 3. Strike Drake Bicknell is in the on-deck circle for the Potters to bat for Cade Sanchez. And he would take over the D8 spot. 3-0 pitch to Zach. Ball 4. So Kate Sanchez finishes the day at 2 for 3. Drove in a run, scored twice. And Drake Bicknell is going to take his place. Saw Drake as a pitcher the other day out of Jesuit High School, El Dorado Hills. He's up here with runners at first and second and nobody out. Fastball outside for a ball, 1-0 from Murphy. That's high for a ball, 2-0. Pitch is down low for a ball, 3-0, and the catcher Frost is going to go out and talk to his new pitcher. Jacob Frost behind the plate, and the umpire says, I'll let you talk for a couple seconds. I'm not, he says he's tapping his watch. Come on, huh? While we're young, huh? Come on. Too late on that for some of us, but still. 3-0 to Drake Bicknell. That is outside, ball 4. The bases are loaded, and that'll bring up Don Magrella, who came in to run for Levi Sotomayor back in the 7th inning. Stayed in the game at first base. The Sac City product stepping up here with the bases loaded and nobody out in the bottom of the 8th. Look out, that's inside. For a ball, 1-0. I'm just saying, if you yell out, my grandmother can throw better than that, I don't know. That's a fastball in the corner for a strike. That got him motivated. I mean, really, when you think about it, that would be a heck of a grandmother. She's throwing 90? That's not bad. Granny throwing 90. The little old lady from Pasadena on that one. That's outside for a ball, 2-1. Oh, it's not 60s night, it's 90s night. Okay. Yes, 1890s. I'm feeling right at home with the fashions. 2-1 to Don Magrella. Hit nice out into center field. Winton moves over. He dropped the ball. They're going to throw it to third and get a force out, I think. And to second and get a force out there. So it's kind of a double play. Okay. But Agrella gets himself an RBI anyway. So it really isn't an error. It's a fielder's choice. So Drew Andrews is coming to the plate. So one run does score. And then Chimiso and Bicknell really didn't. They stayed on their base, and they were forced off. So we're going to give Don Magrella an RBI anyway. Fastball's high and outside. That was a very strange play. He hit it very well out to center field to Winton, who's sure-handed out there. And unless he dropped it on purpose to set up a double play, I don't know. But anyway, 2 outs, 1 in, so it's 16-6. And Andrews takes low and outside. It's 2-0 on Drew. Came on for Trey Furry back in the 7th inning. Fastball catches the outside corner, 2-1. See, I don't think my grandmother could throw that fast if he gets it over. I'm just saying. She is a heck of an athlete, but come on. Fastball on the inside corner. I mean, she topped out 84, 85. Yeah. And that's driving a big old Lincoln Continental. Because back in her day, everybody had a huge car. That's what happened. That's what you did. That's grounded foul. 2-2 on Drew Andrews. We're in number 6 for the Potters. Breaking ball's fouled back to screen. Andrews hanging tough on that one. Ben Romano on deck hanging. Are you new kids on the block or something like that? It is the 90s. That's a good call, Stones. I forgot you were happening in the 90s. I forgot that. You were the man. Outside for a ball, gets by the catcher. And Agrella's going to go down to second base. Must be getting late because Stones is doing New Kids on the Block songs. And that's not good, fans. Not good at all. He's a tremendous engineer, cameraman, etc., but he's not a singer. Andrew swings and misses at a breaking ball. 1 run, no hits. Let's see, 1 left. We'll go to the top of the 9th. Potter 16, Legend 6.
Lincoln Area Archives Museum is the official partner of the Potters' 100th anniversary season. The museum is located just around the corner in Bierman Plaza in the center of the Old Historic District. Plan your visit and learn about early Lincoln history.
The mouth-watering Big Mac with a savory Filet-O-Fish and a tasty McChicken. My goodness, that looks good. You're making a McDonald's menu hack. Yes, a land, air, and sea. Oh, it's going to tip over. No, it's good. It's good. Very stable. Order the land, air, and sea by name. Build it by hand.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Looks like Brandon Springer on the mound. They pulled him in from right field, put Drake Bicknell out in right field. So Brandon Springer will be our 6th pitcher of the game for the Potters. Perez, Haynes, Burdick, Brennan, Martin, Springer. Now Stones is dancing around. I don't know. Maybe 90s night isn't the best idea for you because you're just expending way too much energy. Yeah, now you're dizzy and you don't know what's going on. So here's Brandon Springer. He'll face number 30 Zertucci. Zertucci, who came in to run for Tolbert back in the 7th inning, and then Quinn and Farr. Fastball is lifted down the third base line. A diving try by Andrews, and he makes the catch. Actually stayed upright, but he made the catch leaning over for the out. So nice play over there by Drew Andrews to get Zertucci for the first down. Here's Josh Quinn, who has struck out, grounded out, hit a 2-run homer, and flied to center. I am interested to see this new experiment that Stones has concocted. Maybe it's because it's 90s night and he's kind of giddy. Fastball in there for a strike, but he has got a replacement for one of his time-honored. It's like replacing a Saturday Night Live character. It's one of his most revered and loved characters, and he's passing the torch. Fouled back to the screen by Josh Quinn. Oh, 0-2 now. Quinn hit the 2-run home run back in the 6th inning. Swing and a miss. Fouled it in the catcher's glove. Strike 3. So Springer gets his first strikeout. 2 outs, and Ryan Farr will come to the plate. Singled, hit by a pitch, singled and struck out for Ryan Farr. Playing third base today for the Legends. Remember, we got these two teams again tomorrow at 6:35, then on Sunday at 1:05, Military Appreciation Day on Sunday, and Hispanic Heritage Night tomorrow night. So we are all set for the weekend. That one is outside to Ryan Farr. That one's a little bit high. Springer, a very Very big guy, but a very economical delivery. He's got a windup, but it's not. It's pretty compact. That is outside for a ball, 3-0. That's ball 4, so Farr gets a base on balls. He reaches base for his 4th time today, and here's Anthony Nunez, who has singled, flied out, grounded out, and walked. Second baseman out of San Francisco State steps in against Brandon Springer. Not being held on at first base is Ryan Farr. That's outside for a ball. One ball, no strikes on Anthony Nunez. That's fouled out of play. Evens it up at 1-1. Jacob Frost on deck. If Anthony should keep the inning going for the Menlo Park Legends, who will suffer their first loss of the season if he doesn't, and maybe even if he does. 1-1 pitch swung on and missed. 1-2. Oh, we have a new guy. We have a new Stones McCoy, your guy you've sent out. What's happening?
Where is he?
Where'd he go?
Where is he? There he is.
It's too late. It's already done. Where's he going?
He missed it. What is he doing?
It's the last strike, and it's the new last strike guy. Stones, please, come on. Come on
Get
here.
up! Start yelling now!
You're supposed to save your voice. There he goes. Now he's doing it, last strike guy. He's got the crowd sort of going. Swung on and missed. He got him. Strike 3. That's the ball game. What a job by the new last strike guy. He only missed it by 1 strike, and now he's running around. That's the end of the ball game. Final score, Potters 16 and the Legends 6. We're back with postgame and our player of the game right after this on the Stones Radio Networks. And we are ready to go on the post-game show, and our special guest, Levi Sotomayor, down on the field. Levi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Fantastic. Great job today. Fantastic game. Before we ask you about your game, I just want to say, I look up on the board, and you guys put up 5 in 1 inning. You put up 9 in 1 inning. How much fun is that when the team is all coming together, putting up the big numbers and enjoying life?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, man. I mean, I've had a great time out here, and there's a lot of great fans out here. It's a lot of good support, and, I mean, the boys came up big when we needed it, and that's how we got all our runs. Put up some crooked numbers, so, yeah, it was good. It was a good job by everyone.
Love the crooked numbers. You've come out here, and we noticed ever since we've started the season, Levi, that you've come out and you look real confident at the plate. Is that kind of your approach? Anywhere you are, you're real confident?
Yeah, that's always my main approach right there. I mean, the guys at Sac City have taught me that. It's a lot of on the mental side, obviously, trying to have a good approach and come up there with confidence and just know I can do a job when I have to.
Yeah, I was talking with Coach, the manager, John Peters, today, talking about you Sac City guys, how great a job you've done and come out here and been Potters. But finally, before I let you go, just how much fun is this for you to come out after your college season is done and come out here in front of all these fans and do a great job, but just have fun playing baseball?
It's a lot of fun, man. It's been the most fun I've had playing baseball in a while. It's a great fan base, and we're all having a whole lot of fun out here. It's a great experience, and I'd be happy to come back here and do it again next year.
Well, Levi, we're first of all, congratulations on being player of the game. We know you're going to do great things. We'll be keeping our eye on you in the future, and thank you for joining us on our post-game report. Levi Sotomayor, our player of the game. Thanks, Levi.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem. That's Levi Sotomayor, our player of the game, and we're going to go ahead and come back for in just a minute and do the conclusion of our post-game right for this on the Stones Radio Networks.
Hi, Bill Evans, President of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in the store, our conference facilities, an amazing team that helps keep together an amazing organization, and we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Welcome back into the press box for the post-game show. Mark the Phantom Low here with Stones McCoy. We thank Levi Sotomayor for joining us, the player of the game interview. Fantastic. What a great kid. 5 runs batted in. But Stones, Levi's been doing it, as we said, all season long. Couple of big flies today. All of a sudden, we got woke up with we're pulling out the heavy lumber today.
Well, so correct me if I'm wrong, but we had not yet had a big fly here in McBean.
I heard the guy in the broadcast mention it.
He said something. I have listened to him. I have
you really do have to try.
Yeah, but the lumber. I mean, we've been just going crazy the last few days. Going, where's the offense gone? I mean, we started out with a super hot offense, and then 3-4 hits sprung over 14, 15 innings. That's not what you're expecting. And then now, tonight, bam, big flies getting shot over the yard, and some big ones, 400-footers.
I know, Ben Romano, 405, as you said, 8-night solo. We don't have a number, but, man, I think that thing went way out into the night.
I believe 8-night solos was 393.
393. I'm going to add an extra 25 because I know the family, so that brings it way, way up there. So, great stuff tonight, a big win, evens the record 3-3, and looking forward to a great weekend against the Menlo Park Legends.
Absolutely. I mean, first of all, we knew nothing about Menlo coming in.
Nope.
And so you got a little bit of background with the coach, and I'm glad you did that because I looked everywhere and I couldn't find anything.
I know, they try to keep it on the down low.
So it was tough. So now we know what they got. They got some really good pitching, and they do have some offense. There's no doubt about that this team is going to be competitive in this league. So now you know what you're facing. You know what you're up against, and you really got to come out tomorrow and execute.
Absolutely, and give a nod to they played some really great defense as well today. So that's it for us tonight. Final score, Potters 16 and the Legends 6. We'll see you tomorrow night at 6:35 at 6:20 for the pregame. For now, for Mark the Phantom Low, for Stones McCoy, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you next time on the Stones Radio Networks.